Alright, are we good? Hold on, let me get my charger real quickly. Sorry about that. Let me open up the chat real quickly. Hope you guys are having a wonderful evening. I'm just opening up the chat. Would you guys like me to wear my hat? Oh, here we go. Yes, it's almost time. Woo! Oh my goodness. It's almost time, my guys. Nope, get this out of the way. There you go. Alright, almost time. I'm gonna make an announcement real quickly. Alright, we are good to go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, let's go, my dudes.
Theater in Los Angeles. The Splatoon
Hello, Teal. Welcome to the stream.
We're all inking for today.
Oh, yes.
Get set for the Splatoon 2 World Championship. 4 of the freshest squads getting set to battle over the next 2 days of exciting action. We bring you opening round action today. And to help kick things off, let's please invite a special guest to the stage. The producer.
Hello, DP man. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a wonderful evening. Let me know if you guys can hear me over the game audio, or I mean the video or stream audio. Clearly I don't speak Japanese, so...
Hello, I am
okay, there you go, we have a translator, alright.
And I make it my business to study a mysterious form of inkling life. 会場の皆さん、そしてインターネットで中継をご覧になっている世界中のファンの皆さん、スプラトゥーン2ワールドチャンピオンシップへようこそ。To everyone here in the theater and all of you watching from home online around the world, welcome to the Splatoon 2 World Championship. そして世界各地の大会を勝ち抜いたアメリカ、ヨーロッパ、オーストラリア、ニュージーランド、日本の代表チームの皆さん、ご来場、ご出場おめでとうございます。I also want to offer my hearty congratulations to the 4 teams that won their way here from America, Europe, Australia, New Zealand, and Japan.
Wish I knew about it.
トッププレイヤーたちによる世界最高峰の戦いが見れることに、私自身今からとてもワクワクしています。I cannot wait to see what I'm sure will be some world-class play from some of the world's best players. 選手の皆さん、持てる力を出し尽くし、悔いのない戦いをしてください。To all the players gathered here, let's see your best skills on display and leave everything you have on the turf.
Nice. Alright, cool.
それでは皆さん、トーナメントを楽しんでください。Everyone, please enjoy the tournament. Do your best and good luck.
Do your best and good luck, I'm guessing he said.
Yeah, let's get it cracking. The Splatoon 2 World Championship. Welcome in. I'm your Spray by Spray host, Jordan Kent, and joining me, two of the finest Flatalists in all of Inkopolis, we have Ashley Esqueda and Charles Nine Whitehead. And we have 4 of the freshest squads, as we said. And Ashley, let's start with you. Your thoughts on these championships as we get set. I mean, we were here last year for the Invitational, and now we get to see the World Championship, and I really like the stories, because we've got some returning players, and they're looking for revenge, and I like that.
And Charles, what are you excited to see over the next couple of days here?
Well, this truly is the World Championship, the best players that we could find out here today fighting for all the glory, all the marbles, the prestige. This truly is the championship of all championships.
Well, before we get started, let's take a look at some housekeeping that we got to take care of. The tournament rules for the Splatoon 2 World Championship. Let's go ahead and follow these along. Opening rounds, we like to call those the 8 pools. That'll
Really?
Be war. Teams play 2 matches.
All right. Not bad.
Bracket.
Those are good rules, honestly.
By their win-loss record.
Can you play it? Not right now, TL, but I'm gonna try to stream it someday. I am good at it though, so.
For the grand finals tomorrow, which will be a best of 7, kicking off at 1 p.m. tomorrow. And you look at the seeding schedule here. We've got a couple teams that are ready to go, but let's walk you through the first 4 matchups that we'll have in this opening round of Turf War. You see match 1, Set to Destroy X, representing the USA, taking on the Back Squids, representing Europe, and then the GG Boys from Japan, taking on Yana from Australia, New Zealand, in match 2. You'll see match 3, you take the loser of match 1 and the loser of match 2, and then match 4 will be the winner of match 1 and the winner of match 2. Now, we talk about Turf War here. A lot of these players are obviously very familiar with it, and many people that get their introduction to Splatoon 2 have played Turf War. So let's take a look at the basic concepts of what we're trying to do here at Turf War. Well, you guessed it. Cover as much of the stage as possible in your team's ink in 3 minutes. Whichever team has the most ink on the ground at the end of the match wins.
Basic rules, basically.
But you look at these professionals, and it is much more than just that.
That's right. When you're playing at this high of a level, Turf War is not as easy as it seems. And of course, these
exactly.
two teams are going to
I know it.
establish positioning very early on and hold those spots so that they can put down as much ink as possible.
Mm-hmm. And to that point as well, the music change in the last minute is not just for show. Believe me, the last 30 seconds, the most important part of Turf War. You have to make sure that you're in the right spot to stop the enemy push, then save your specials, because it's all about who's ahead at the end.
We heard about the team names, but let's take a moment to get to know the squads just a little bit better with a quick look at them.
Yeah, TL, the game, it's not hard, but once you get to the higher level,
Used in ancient cultures to write sacred
I mean, true.
texts.
Yup, exactly, Steelda. Some competitive Turf Wars.
Sometimes it drops. Early monks used it to create quiet masterpieces. Gutenberg
Really?
pressed it. And today,
Yup.
we use ink to determine the winner of the Splatoon 2 World Championship, where 4 teams come
Like, don't worry,
together
TL.
to
You'll
compete
get the
for
game.
coveted
You'll get it.
Sterling Squid.
Like, literally, when you watch it,
Representing Japan are
I'm gonna
the
be quiet a
GG
bit.
Boys.
So bad.
Dynamon returns with his new team after splatting out over 800 teams in Japan, and is now looking to bring that Sterling Squid home.
I am Dynamo.
Toda. Hi, Yawamichi.
We are GG Boys.
Alright, nice. GG Boys. Alright, that's a,
And
pretty cool team
representing
name.
Australia, New Zealand is Yana.
1, 2, 3. Were we all meant to go up 3?
Arriving as the undefeated champions of the 2018 AUNZ Splatoon 2 Cup, this new team includes 2017 Invitational participant Latias. Just kidding, Latias, who returns with the goal of scoring key upsets.
Hi, I'm Gabe.
Hi, I'm Latias.
Totally, River.
I'm FLC.
And we're Team Yana.
Yeah, nah.
Representing the United
What do you
States
get
and
when you win?
Canada is Set
You
to
get a trophy, I
Destroy
believe,
X.
but I'll tell you after,
US
when they're
defeated
done.
Japan in the 2017 Splatoon 2 World Inkling Invitational, key members of the US
I have
team
a
became
better
Set to Destroy X and continued their dominance by winning tournament after tournament after tournament. It was a lot of tournaments. The US is now ready to defend their title.
Hi, I'm Penguin.
I am Kiev.
I'm Fuzzy. I'm Hexen, and we are Set to Destroy X. That was awesome. Dude, wow.
Set to Destroy X. Alright.
Representing Europe is Backsquids. The winners of the Splatoon European Championship, this German team brings a fresh name and team spirit aplenty as they take on the rest of the world. Hey, you're supposed to smile here.
He's smiling.
these people so far. They seem pretty cool. Back squids. Alright. I can make my own team, honestly, in this game. I don't know why I haven't yet. Because I love this game competitively. Like, I have a really fun time with it.
It's great to establish
Hello
mutual
Pumpkin, welcome to the
connection
stream.
among
Hope you're
teams
having a
right there as we
wonderful
get set for our
evening.
first match. You've got Set to Destroy X from Team USA take on the Back Squids from Team Europe.
I'm being
And
racist.
Nine, I
Oh,
want to
don't
talk
worry,
about
stay
these
with
special
that.
communication
Don't
devices
worry.
they'll be using
I
as we
don't-
get set to play here.
I'm not
Right,
surprised,
these teams have a
honestly.
special communication device tailored specifically for this tournament. I don't know if you can see them down there, but there are some 6 Splatoon 2 World Championship
Give
details
me.
on the side, and communication so important in any team-based shooter, but especially this. There's only 4 members. They all have to be informed.
Players getting their gear ready right now, and as far as the level selection, they'll be starting off on Piranha Pit. That was won by a coin toss by Team USA in the back, so we'll get a chance to look at that level. And you look at the different abilities and gear, what do you think lends itself well to Turf War here, Ashley?
I think for Turf War, you're looking for things like, swim speed. I always love swim speed and get back into the action quickly. I know we're going to probably see a lot of maybe super quick jump. I mean, there's a lot of different things you could pick, but the one thing that we won't be seeing, Nine, is as we're
Do you want the
talking about,
headphones?
is
Oh, yeah, definitely. They look
We will
cool.
not be seeing sub-abilities
Hello,
today.
gamer. Welcome to the
Sub-abilities are
stream,
disabled,
and I
so
hope
it's
you're having a
important
wonderful
to place the
evening.
abilities that you are allowed to use on a premium, because you only get 3.
And I want to talk about the final 30 seconds of the match here, because we oftentimes say in Turf War, that's when it's make or break time there at 9. What are these teams trying to establish in those final ticks on the clock?
You literally
Well, first of all, they wanna
rush.
position themselves properly.
I forget what
Everyone
you
knows
do in
that
the last
if you
30
push back, you have to
seconds.
find a way back in. What beats that? Positioning. And on top of that, you need
Good
to have your
point.
specials. You know that the opponent is going to come out with specials. You have to have yours at the ready to counteract theirs.
Mm-hmm,
Players making
exactly.
their final adjustments and getting back to communication, we oftentimes talked about as well too. That's one of the key features of these professional teams here, Ashley. Their
I'm doing
ability
good,
to
gamer.
talk and
Thanks
chat
for
with one
asking.
another and recognize threats.
Yeah, of course. I mean, anybody who is playing Splatoon, you always want to be talking to your teammates, right? I know that I always play with my best friend, Ron. We're talking to each other in voice chat. We're telling each other, hey, there's someone on the left. There's someone on the right. There's someone on, let's go flank.
Ooh,
So
alright,
it's
getting
an
ready.
important feature. And with these guys,
Woo!
they're at the top.
2 blasters?
Well, let's get started with our
Oh.
first
Alright, here we
match of
go.
the Splatoon 2 World Championship. We've
Alright.
got
I don't
Turf
know.
War on Piranha Pit.
Having 2
You go ahead and
blasters,
look at your screen, you see
not the
Team
best for
USA set to
Turf War,
destroy X in the pit,
but
and then you've
I
got the
can't
Back
judge
Squids
yet
in yellow.
because
Looking at
I don't
the
know
row
if these
now,
people
Ronald
are like
Wilson right
god
here
tier
now.
levels.
Well, you
Well,
see Set to Destroy
obviously,
X with
if you're
2
at this
Rapid
stage
Blaster
of
Pros.
gameplay,
We're
then
gonna
obviously
see
you
that
are.
a lot, and those who follow
Oh, you're
Splatoon
going with.
know it is the
Oh
dominant
gosh, be
weapon
careful.
currently in the meta. You see a Rapid Blaster
Oh,
on
good
the
job,
side
good
of the
job,
Squids
good
as
job.
well. Keep an eye on those weapons.
Oh, come on.
Margin already
Good,
into
good,
the
good.
game,
Alright.
Jet able to
He's
get
doing
us
really
that
good with
on
the
wing
jet,
right
though.
there. Gonna go ahead and respond back to his spot right there. 4-3 advantage
Alright.
on the field.
Oh, come on.
Back
Someone
Squids
needs to get the
and
back
Axel
area.
talk about
Get the
yes,
back
those
area.
seconds are important at the
Come
end,
on.
but the first 30 to establish map control are just as important.
That's right. You want to be able to get your positioning in. You want to start building.
Like,
your
guys,
special
you
as
guys don't
quickly as
understand.
humanly
Like,
possible, but not
when
so
I mean I'm
quickly that you are
competitive in this
actually out
game,
of the action. You don't want to
I'm
stay
very
away from
competitive.
these kind of
Like,
trade for trades.
I'm not kidding at all.
Trade for trades right there. 3-2 advantage on the field right now for the back squid. You see the bottom right of your screen. A lot of yellow on the map right now here, 9.
Yeah, it's getting scary. We talk about it. The last 30 seconds are important, but you can very much lose a match early on if you're not careful. I love what I'm seeing.
Good
from
job,
Back
good
Squid. You
job,
see
alright.
themselves positioned. They don't have the 2 Rapid Blaster Pros, but they do have.
Also, let me know, guys, if
They're
you can
not
hear me
being
again
overly
over
aggressive.
this. Because I want to make sure that I'm not too quiet.
With that rapid blaster. Take a look at Fuzzy and overhead view of the map. 4-4 on the field. 1:30 left in this.
Are doing pretty good right now. Especially yellow team, they're doing pretty good.
They established it early on. They have that
Like,
base
again,
with
like
the inkjet, which
like
I
2
absolutely
blasters.
love. That from a
I don't
distance,
know.
but
That
here we go. We're
seems
starting to see
kind
specials coming
of.
from you.
I don't know. Not the best. Not the best combination.
Is set to destroy X. Looking to make that counter push here as we approach a minute left here, 9.
And they sent 2 people on the
I don't
left
know.
side of the map. We talked earlier about how you need.
Who
to
are you
layer
voting
on the
for?
field to make something happen.
I'm
Great
currently,
job sending both Fuzzy and
you know,
Peter
yellow
to the
team
screen.
because
Allowed them to get
they
the
got the
advantage they allowed.
range.
4-4 on the map. Wick
Yeah, they got
has
the
an
range.
eight-score
They have
set
a
out right now.
balanced, like, you know, turf weapons. Especially if you got the NZAP. Like, you have a pretty good balance there, honestly. So, I don't know. Oh, watch out, buddy. No! Ooh. Oh no! Oh no! Come on, yellow team. Yellow team, you can't lose this, yellow team.
This is when you gotta hold things down.
There's not going to be a lot of time for either side to build up their
Oof.
specials yet. It's all about holding on. You hear the crowd.
You can't hear the tournament?
Set to destroy X moving to the top
Alright,
of
let
the
me
screen.
turn off the
This is their
play. 20 seconds left. 4-2 on the map, and this is the advantage.
No. Yellow team, do not fail me.
Clearing some space out. Now just trying to cover as much yellow as he possibly can.
No. Oh, yellow team. No. Come on, yellow team. Yellow team. Yellow team. Yellow team. Yellow team.
With the slosher at the end. Let's see what Joe
Oh,
has to
yellow
say
team got
in
it.
match
They
number
got
one.
it.
It's gonna be close.
No,
The
yeah,
furry
it's.
paws hold the fate, and
It was
victory
kind of
going
obvious,
to the
I would
back
say.
squids narrowly, and we
Good
saw
job,
that in the
yellow
final
team.
couple of seconds right there, 9. That 3-2 advantage that was established, and a couple scoops of the bucket with the slosher.
Slightest of leads, but that's such a big map that it's
Wait,
hard
wait,
to
wait.
get to the
What?
other side.
Oh,
Even if you
I
have
know
to
those
go into
guys.
that, it's not safe. You have so
I
much
know
ground to
them.
cover. Set to Destroy X did a great
Wait, I'm gonna
job
clip that. I'm gonna clip
pushing
that. Hold
back
on.
in
Sorry,
without the use
guys.
of their specials.
I
You
know
saw
those
them take
people.
3 people attacking one spot, but it was just the staggered trades here, trades there. Ultimately, it just wasn't enough.
And
Okay,
actually,
I'm gonna keep that open for now.
The back squids, their ability to establish map
Excuse me,
control
sorry.
early in this one, it seemed like it put Set to Destroy X in the defensive for most of the map.
That early splat with that
Oh.
inkjet, I think, was really key. I think it hurt their ability, Set to Destroy X's ability, to set up any kind of positioning. They had to kind of fall back a little bit. It really gave back squids an advantage throughout the entire match.
And we talked about the trades and the splats that were going on. Let's take a look at our instant replay from that matchup. We'll zoom in here on Wit and see what he's doing in this Turf War matchup. And 9, why don't you go ahead and walk us through this as he lands on the super jump behind the splash wall.
So this was a really key moment because you see the Slosher is
And they
pushed up in an
traded, of
aggressive
course.
position, and they also had just fired their Stingray as well. Even though Pingit went down right after doing that, that was their frontliner that they had sent out there. Cleaning that up without anybody going down really set the tone for them to make that late comeback. But again, it just wasn't enough.
And we saw a lot of splat for splats trades, as we said, Ashley. And really, for Set to Destroy X, you're looking to try and get the splat, then make the push. But you don't get a chance to do that because the back squid's doing a great job of just playing defensive and making sure they secured the turf that they were able to grab.
Absolutely, and they won a lot of their one-on-ones. And if they didn't win the one-on-one, they took someone down with them. And I think that was such a smart move on their part. You know, they didn't get overly aggressive. They didn't try to get close to the base. Like, they just said, you know what, we got this. We're just gonna stay in the middle of the map. We're gonna control it, and that's it.
Let's get set for our second matchup. It's going to be Yeah Nah from Australia, New Zealand, taking on the GG Boys from Japan. You look at the
I think
other
GG
matches,
Boys
Set to
got
Destroy
it.
X will be in match 3. They'll play the loser of this match, and then the back squids will play the winner of this match. And 9, Australia, New Zealand won the coin toss backstage, and they decided to go with Manta Maria. Your initial thoughts on this stage for Turf War?
Well, Charger. I don't know if Latias will be using that here today, but Manta Maria is such a well-balanced map. If you want to use a long-range weapon, you can
Excuse
go up
me,
to the top
guys.
on that sniper.
I'll play a little bit
and grading,
Splatoon
really make your
2 in
presence
the
felt.
background.
I think the spot they feel very
Of course,
comfortable.
I'll
We'll see
mute
if
the
it pays
game
off.
so you
And it
guys
seems
don't
like
hear
in
it.
Manta Maria, if you can get the upper hand and have the higher elevation there, Ashley, your team's going to have a huge advantage.
Literally the upper hand. I mean, you've got a lot of verticality in this map. There's not a lot of ground space in the way of, you get to that center really quickly. So if you can get up high, you're definitely going to have an advantage with a slosher. You're going to have an advantage with a charger. You're going to have an advantage with any weapon that's going to put down a lot of ink.
And 9, I want to discuss some more about these main abilities because, as we said, you don't get the chance to load up 12 quick swim speeds, basically, and be swimming all over the level. You've got to be very judicious about what abilities you choose.
Right, and I think one of the most important abilities in the game right now is that quick respawn. It allows your frontliners, if they jump in to try to get back into the action, they get splatted, sent back to spawn. They're able to respawn very quickly, as it is called quick respawn, and they can jump back in and make their presence felt at sort of little to no risk. But because you're not able to stack that now, you've got to be a little more judicious with your jumps.
About a minute away from getting started here, we've got the GG Boys
Gamer
of Japan
Fist,
taking
what
on
are you
Yao
doing?
from Australia, New Zealand, and you look at the GG
Come on, buddy,
Boys,
don't
and
spam in the
we
chat,
discussed
please.
they took out over 800 teams to qualify here for these World Championships.
800 teams down, 3 more to go. That is the game plan for them here. But it just shows how experienced they are. That was a live environment like this. Lots of teams, a big crowd. This is not too big a stage for them.
The lobby is basically set to go. We're just waiting for one more check mark, and then we can get started here. Turf War on Manta Maria. We've got the GG Boys from Japan taking on Yeah Nah from Australia, New Zealand. And remember last year, the Aussies came in and they had quite the upset in Turf War early on, Ashley.
They indeed did. We saw a lot of great play from them. And honestly, I'm excited to see what's going to happen right now.
Well, let's get it
Okay,
started.
so
Match
sorry about
number
that,
two,
guys.
GG
I didn't want
boys
to talk
from
over them,
Japan. You'll
so I'm
see
not
them in
rude
the
or
blue or
anything.
purple ink, however you
But
portray it.
welcome to the
And in the green
stream,
ink will
Zillick
represent
Senior. I know
Yadna
you're
from
trying to say
Australia, New Zealand,
Zillick
and 9
Senior,
gives the
you know, like a
breakdown on their
millionaire,
initial
something like
logo.
that.
Well, you're seeing two
But
dynamo
welcome to the
rollers in
stream,
the
buddy,
action right now.
and
You
I
would not
hope
have seen
you are
that a
having
couple of
a
matches ago,
wonderful
but these are
evening.
pretty similar
Of
compositions.
course,
Both
we are
sides
in
using
round
a
2
lot
right
of
now.
dualies here. Their long-range weapons are
We're
going to be the
in
chopping block,
Japan
but we already see one
versus
going down.
Yamamichi
Australia,
with
I
the nice
believe.
splat using those
I think
dualies
so.
and that mobility that
Correct
he
me if
has.
I'm
And
wrong,
actually, a lot
but
of
yeah.
times, your ability to
First
move around
match,
this stage is
I
so
won my
critical
bet.
to getting that advantage.
That's right.
So
Yamamichi
hopefully,
has the dualies, which enables
we
him to
can. Hopefully, I
roll.
can get
So
my
he
bet
is
right
able to
again.
get those double rolls
Based on
there,
the
make sure he
team.
can get away from people, and again, win those one-on-ones and convert to ink on the ground.
Hold
Jet
on.
versus a Stingray as you see Latias
I
Tongue
think
with that
purple
hip splat,
team.
getting a nice
I don't
job
know. Like
with
purple
that
team
splat lead
could
right
get
there.
this
2:15 left
because
in this
they
one.
have.
4-3 advantage on the
How would
field
I
for
say? They
Yad
have
Na.
more
You
turf
see
weapons,
their
but
ability
I don't
right
know.
now to use some of that range that they have here is
Do you
giving them
play
the early
Mine
advantage.
And
Simulator?
another reason that
Yeah,
range
I
is so
do.
good on this map is
I haven't
because
played
it's
at
a
all
long
today,
map. They're going to need
so
to jump back into the action. As we see
I'm just gonna
Yamamichi
stream
getting
this
another
today
great
probably.
splat. Both
If
sides are
there's
doing a
time
great
left,
job of not getting locked out. There's
maybe I
been big
might
moments
stream
where
it,
they
but
haven't let
I don't
go.
know.
4-4 on the map. 150 left. Make that
Okay, that's
3-3
nice.
now. With a couple of splats
Zil
right here.
Kianir.
Latias using
Please
that
tell me I'm
splat lane
pronouncing your
on
name
top of the
right
grade in the
because I'm
middle of
not
the
too
pier
sure.
here in Manta Maria as she's trying to
But yeah,
show
like
her team
again,
a
guys,
pivotal
like
victory here in
I'm
match
even
number
playing the
2
game
as
right
they
now.
take the
Like, look
World
at this.
Championship over
Like, I'm a
significant things. You see
competitive player in this
FLC
game. I love it
using that
so
dynamo
much,
roller.
but
Oh, but a 2 for
I
1
don't have my
splat
own team
courtesy of
sadly.
Yamamichi
So
once
maybe
again.
in the future I'll
And
make
they do
my
a
own
great
team
job of
up.
moving
But
in
yeah,
with the Stingray. Even if the Stingray isn't able to get the
blue will
splats, the
win.
giant beams, everyone's looking at that
I don't
ability to
know.
push both of their dually
I
pilots
think
up
no. I
and
think
take that
purple's gonna
crucial
win.
position.
Honestly.
Yamamichi just marinating in that
GG
toxicness, and he don't
boys.
even
Yeah,
care
yeah.
right
I think
now
they're
as it's
gonna win.
4-4 on the field. Both teams trying to seize control of the middle of the map.
Hold on.
Now a 4-3 advantage for GG Boys as FLC trying to rain it down with that Dynamo. Oh,
Sorry
Dynamo
about that,
versus
guys.
Dynamo as Dynamon keeps him at bay. But here comes the Inkjet with about a minute left here. Ashley, what needs to happen with the final push?
Well, I think Australia needs to get out there.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
Yana
Like,
has got
okay,
to
it's
start
not because of
converting some of
skill.
these
Honestly, I think
one-on-ones.
it's more of
You know,
weapon
GG
choices
boys are
for
doing
now.
such a great job. They're being so
You know,
aggressive. They're
like
getting so far ahead that it's really hard
purple's
for
pretty acrylic.
Australia to come
Yeah,
away
I
with
mean
the
that.
win.
I mean,
You
I'm
see
more
the
of a
Ink
blue
Storm on
type of guy,
courtside right
but
now.
that's not really
35
blue. It's
seconds
like
left in
a
9.
sea
It
green
looks
type of
like
color,
with
you
the
know.
3-2
But
advantage, this is an opportunity for
again,
GG Boys to strike.
It was
I don't know.
because, see,
Like
all the
purple team, they
frontliners went
have
down just
better
as we
like
were seeing
turf
that. The last one is
coverage
Latias holding things down in the middle.
because
She's now
really
going to be
you
able
have
to
two
automate
defensive
herself. They need to get
weapons,
in and
being
get
the
back.
18
Hydra or
seconds
not the
left. Ink
Hydra, the
Army
heavy
deployed.
splat
Nice
link
little
and the
overcover
Dynamo
for the
roller,
GG Boys.
which
Trying to
that's
get a
not
few
bad. You know,
splats.
having defense on your
YG
team is not
unable to get a
bad.
splat over there.
But
You've got a
if you
3-2
focus too
advantage
much
on
on
the field
defense,
right now.
then you're
7
not gonna be able
seconds
to
left. Can
turf a
GG Boys
lot,
get the
which
final push?
then
Looks like they're able to get
it's not
enough
a good
work done
recipe,
before the
honestly,
bell
for
rang.
turf
Let's
war.
see what happens here as we go ahead and
Yeah, look
wrap
at
up
that.
match number
Like
2
purple
between
dominated
Japan and Australia, New Zealand.
the sea green
And the
color.
results are
Like look at that.
GG Boys with the victory, and they will move on to match
No,
4 to take
blue
on
did
the back
not win.
squids. And so
That's not
this
blue.
was an
That's purple,
example here,
guys.
Nine, of getting that final
Okay,
push with the
it's
last 30
indigo.
seconds. And we
Let's
saw
call
that
it
from the GG
indigo,
Boys. They got the
alright.
numbers advantage, and
It's
those
a mixture
frontliners were
of
able to
blue and
advance.
purple.
And the frontliner versus frontliner battle really was the story there at the end. We said Latias was stranded by herself. It's because too many 1v1 victories coming from the dualies of GG Boys, and sometimes that's just how it goes.
And we saw Yamamichi with some big-time plays. Let's take a look at some of the action that was going on in this previous match. And you saw him with the dualies. And Ashley, a lot of times if you're one of those frontline
Okay,
players
nice,
and you're the
Tio.
dualies, it's
Your
your job
comparison
to go out there and
updating.
get some ink out there,
Let me
but
guess, your
also get
Windows
some
10.
splats.
That's right. I mean, Yamamichi is so aggressive. I love watching
Yep.
him with those dualies. He's
Wow, he's about
absolutely
to get
fantastic.
He about to
Look
get
at
another
the aim
one.
with his inkjet. I mean, it was just so much
Okay, never
fun to
mind.
watch him get out there and get those flats.
Well, as
Oh,
we get
man.
set for our third match, we will have Yadna from Australia, New Zealand, taking on Set to
So
Destroy
I've
X from
been
Team
getting right
USA.
so far with
And
all
in
my
order to determine
bets.
the stage, our
So like
available stages
let's keep
left
on
are
going,
Arawara
guys.
Mall,
Let's hope that we can get
Hawaii
a
World. We will
Let's hope that we can get we keep on getting our right bets in
And we'll
this.
have Yadnaw, since they traveled the furthest here and put the most miles on the airplane to get here. They will get a chance to call the coin. And then, of course, match 4, Back Squids versus the GG Boys will have the remaining
Yeah, Windows
stage at that
10,
point.
complete
It was
garbage.
interesting because we were talking about the Piranha
All
Pit
the
decision
updates and stuff, like
before, set to
seriously.
destroy X here 9, and they went with Piranha Pit because you eliminated the Chargers in that level, but
Alright,
it wasn't
here we
able to work
go.
out for them.
No, it wasn't. And whenever you have a strong long-range threat, you want to pick a map
Again,
that
I'm
allows you
playing
to
Splatoon 2
encroach
in the
on that, some
background,
flanking
so
lanes,
if you
things that you
guys
can
see me
just kind of
looking
put some
down,
pressure on
then
them
that's why.
artificially without having to
I
run
feel
up
like
and get
looking
them.
at the
But like you
chat,
said,
so I'm pretty
didn't
much
quite
doing
work
both.
out here, and we saw this matchup last year too.
And again,
Let's get
guys, if you
set
have
for
any
our
questions or
coin
concerns
toss here.
about
I believe we have our
anything
stage
about this
hand on
tournament,
stage
anything
and
about
set to go.
Splatoon
We've got
2,
a couple of
let me
players
know
who
down in the
set to
comments
destroy
below,
X
and I'll be
getting
glad to
in the
answer
lobby
those
here. Both
questions.
sides of the coin were shown to Gabe. Gabe made his selection as far as which side
Oh
will be
gosh,
chosen.
oh
And so
gosh.
obviously coin flips, very, very important when it comes to deciding a stage. It's been called.
GG
Nice
boys
catch.
are my favorite team.
And it
Alright, that's
is.
cool. Or
The
is my
decision
favorite
for
team, my bad. I read that
Australia,
wrong.
New Zealand.
Sorry.
They will get a chance to choose the stage. So will it be Arowana Mall or Wahoo World? And any thoughts on what they might be choosing here, Ashley, when you look at what they might be able to do?
I mean, if Latias wants to run a Charger this time around.
Don't go Charger.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
We've got the decision. Gabe has talked to his teammates. Secrets are being shared. They will be going with Arowana Mall will be the next stage decision for. Yeah, no, I got to add a little drama right there. So let's do a little shopping here. You look at Arowana Mall and how it's going to play for both these teams. Your thoughts here, Nine?
Oh,
It's a
one more
great
update.
map for
Alright,
anyone who
TL, don't worry,
plays
buddy.
a splatling. It's so good. You have those long lanes, and it's a very long map as well, sort of like Manta Maria. We saw what the Stingray can do there. It's all the
Again,
more
guys, I'm trying
powerful.
to be as
Extra
quiet as
powerful.
possible
the
because I
winner of
don't want to
this
be
match
rude
will
when
be
they're
our 3
talking.
seed. The loser of this match will be the 4 seed.
And if I make weird voices,
then
then that's because,
obviously a lot at stake
again,
here
I'm
as
playing
players
the
are
game
choosing their
myself
weapons
right
and
now.
choosing their items.
So,
Ashley,
yeah.
anything you might see differently from set to destroy X as they get set for their second bout of Turf War?
I mean, I think that they're going to be a lot more aggressive in that first 30 seconds. These guys really do a great job of winning those one-on-ones, and I think we're going to see some. I think we might see some revenge play right here, where they're just like, we got to just come out hard and get in there. So I have a feeling we're going to see some very aggressive play.
And we've talked a little bit about the specials here, Nine, but we saw some Ink Jets, we saw some Ink Storms as well too. What else lends itself well to Turf War here?
Well, I say those are the big two. If you are not used to Inkjet, you will be very used to Inkjet by the end of this tournament. Inkjet, the most popular special in the game now by a country mile. But I
Most
think we might
popular?
see some
There's
bomb
no
rush
way.
here. We know that one of the
I
rapid
thought
blasters
bubbles
does
were like
have
the
it,
most
but
popular
ultimately, a
special
lot
in
of
the game.
popular picks right now do
It's
have
very
those
odd.
two specials.
And obviously those specials will play a huge role. We also saw a lot of Ink Armor going out there as well
Ink
too.
Armor, yeah.
And it seems like what we've seen in the first 2 matches is you want to establish stage
Yikes.
control early, but once again, it always comes down to those final 30 seconds and making sure you can get that crucial number advantage.
Yep.
Let's get set for Turf War.
Alright,
Arowana
round
Mall.
3,
We've got
guys. Let's
Yana
go.
from Australia, New Zealand, taking on Set to Destroy X from Team USA. Taking a look at the loadouts at 9. Break it down for us here.
Well, Set to Destroy X feels like it wasn't the composition that got to them last time. This is exactly what they ran, and it looks like the exact same comp here coming out as well from, they like what they saw here. They just feel they need to execute.
And obviously the middle part of the stage is going to play a huge
All
role
right,
in this level.
which
Those
team's
2
gonna
ramps
win?
that we being able to control and have the high ground here will
I don't
be a
know.
necessity.
I mean,
As we already
Pink
see
team
Latias
has the
leading
power
the
with
stage.
that Gallon Deco, but
And that long skinny man
I don't know.
that those are going to hurt.
But blue team also has they have the range, so it's really hard to tell, honestly. Oh my goodness. This guy's a monster, yeah, man. Man, who is that player? Revere. You did a pretty good job there, buddy, with that inkjet. Good job.
4-4 on the field. 2 minutes into this one, you look at the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, and you see the slight advantage right now.
Hey, Mr. Dude talking on stage. Your mom is the most popular special. Ooh. Big ooh. Oh, no. Why are you doing that? No, back up. Back up. Slosher, back up, buddy. Okay, good job. I was getting a little bit scared there for him because, I don't know. Because usually with Slosher, you don't want to be too close. You want to be like in the mid/far range area of a Slosher. So yeah.
Hexen trying to put some pressure on the spawn here.
Pink will win the game. Yeah, I think Pink might win on. I don't know. It's really hard to say. Like again, like Pink, yeah, they have the firepower, but at the same time though, like Blue has more and better weapons for like turfing. You know, like you have the so close, dude. I'm just wondering why do people pick the Dynamo on turf war? Like, I'm not judging you or anything, but it's like, I don't know, Dynamo is so, like, I don't know. And look at me saying Dynamo is probably bad, but he got, like, a pretty cool kill. Another one. Oh, look at that. One, dude. Good job. I don't know. I'll probably say Pink might win this. Yeah, I think Pink might win this because they have more firepower, I would say, and more damage in general. So yeah. Alright, let me. I'm playing, of course.
Latias trying to do all that she can, gets a splat right there, but might not be enough time left as we take a look at the final results, and it seems like Set to Destroy X was able to do what they needed to do at the end of this matchup. And there you have it, 60.4 to 33.2.
Good job.
And the execution by Set to Destroy X, especially at the end, they weren't discouraged when we saw FLC get a couple of critical splats with that roller.
And it's because they knew that the jumps were coming back in. When one of them goes down, when you have a double Rapid Blaster Pro composition, you know that if they come up the middle, they're going to take a lot of chip damage in doing so. You can safely jump in. You saw the wall using that to allow the team to come up. Just great coordinated play.
And what we saw also was the ability to continue to apply that pressure, Ashley. And then finally, as we continue to talk about, it's been the theme of Turf War, getting a couple splats at the end to just even give you the 1 or 2 squid advantage. And then there comes that push, and you don't leave the other team enough time to make a comeback.
Yeah, I mean, if you splat 1 squid, that's maybe a swing of about 2 to 5%, right, in the last even just 10 seconds, depending on what weapon you're using. It might even be more than that. I mean, you could get up to, with 2 people down on the opposing team, you could look at a 15 to 20% swing really quickly.
Well, let's take a look back at a couple of critical plays in that match.
Will this be the only stream for today? I'll think about it.
Well, things really started to go downhill
if it's not
for
too
Yana when
late,
they lost
then
this
maybe I
close. And
can
that's why
stream
earlier I mentioned it was so
something for you
important
guys.
that
No
River was
problem.
able to win this
Because
battle,
I know you
because it
guys
really
wanted me
set
to
the
stream
tone for
today,
the
and
early
you know,
part of the
I'm gonna
game.
make you guys
We're not
happy.
able
You
to make
know,
lightning strike
I think you
twice, however,
guys
you were able to defend it that
deserve a
second time.
stream.
And then Hexen up top here going against River gets the splat.
At least
River
another one, I
as the
mean.
ink
Like,
is
I'm ready to do the
deployed,
stream
and
right
you
now,
how
but
it is
you know
when
what I
you can
mean.
go ahead and cut into someone special like that. That is a huge momentum turner.
Right, and they spend so much time trying to build it up, and that was right after FLC had gotten those 2 awesome splats. If let's see, if Hexen had gone down in that situation, it really would have set the tone for the pushback from Yana, but able to get the splat that was necessary at that point really kind of shut things down.
So Set to Destroy X will take the 3rd seed. Yana will be the 4th seed as we get set for the semifinals, but we still need to determine who's going to be the 1st and 2nd seed, and we have the Back Squids taking on the GG Boys. The Back Squids with a flawless executed game plan against Set to Destroy X in Piranha Pit. You look at this next map here, Wahoo World, that they will be on. Your thoughts on that map here?
This is the map that both teams have the least amount of time with, and so I think that there is some real potential for an upset. So I'm looking forward to seeing how each team kind of handles that map, because it is a little bit different than the other maps that we've
Realm
played
Royale,
so
maybe.
far.
It is a little bit
I'll think
different,
about
and
it.
to your point of it being so new, I think these
I really
teams are
want to do
maybe going to go
Dauntless
with some
though.
safer
Like Dauntless,
compositional
that
picks here. They
is.
might not go for
That game
the,
is really fun.
you know, maybe putting
And
Dynamo
it's
at a
free to
certain
play as
position. I
well.
know
So
the Dynamon, of course, very good
if you
with the
guys
Primo
haven't
rollers
checked
in
it
his
out,
name.
then I'll
But
definitely
when
check
you
it
do
out.
that, you have to know the map very well. You have to know
they got
where
some
you're
defense
comfortable.
there.
And if you're not comfortable in a new map, you might have to make a safer pick.
And what's interesting is we're seeing all these different abilities being swapped out every single match, and continue to share with us, Nine, some more of these main abilities that we might see, especially when you consider how important the final 30 seconds are.
Well, stealth jump is very important to get yourself back into the action, but I've heard some of these teams say that stealth jump really isn't one of the 3 they feel they need right now. Special Saver, though. Special Saver, very popular, and as we talked about it, you need your specials in the last 30 seconds. Special Saver, the most economic way to make sure you've got it when you need it.
And let's take one more look at
Please
the
play
pools
it.
as we
Alright,
get
Seal
set
Dead. I'll
for
play
our
it for you
4th and
today.
final
Why not?
matchup in these
Plus, I
eight
did
pools.
promise to a couple
We'll see
days
the
ago.
Back Squids taking on GG Boys in match 4. Set to Destroy X getting the victory over Yeah Not to claim the 3rd seed. Now we just need to figure out who's going to be our top squid as we get set for the semifinals here. Let's pick this up Wahoo World Turf War match 4.
Alright, so Wahoo World, a recent stage coming that just came out a couple weeks ago. I like the map actually. It's pretty cool. You think Orange will win? Alright, Steel Dad.
Well, it's so interesting because
Hold on. Let me finish this match first before I take a look. I'm about to die here. I'm about to die. Alright. I want to take a look. Kind of hard to say. Okay, I need to take a look at the team again after I finish this round. Because, yeah, it's like really turf war. You can play with any weapon, but at the same time though, you kind of need to be careful with the type of weapon you choose. Because if you're not careful, then you get wrecked in turf war.
Yeah, like we said earlier, it makes it that much more difficult for the enemy team to make the comeback. And he's just building up his special right now. He knows his team has it. He can kind of sit back there and do what he needs to. Though it does look like the back squids have made a push. They're not stuck in their spawn anymore.
Majin with the Ink Storm, and you see the Toxic Mist in the middle of the stage, trying to really fight for map control, trying to assist with a couple of splats. It's Rapid Blaster versus Dualies. You've got Yamamichi back rolling out of there. 1:30 left in this one. Yamamichi with an inkjet ready to go. Going to throw out a couple of curling bombs and pave the way. Yamamichi trying to avoid damage right now. Moving along the map on the top cylinder. Has that special. Waiting to deploy it. And here comes the inkjet as Yamamichi gets the splat on Majin. 1:15 left in this one. 4-3 advantage as we see a sprinkler fall to the bottom. And GG boys here, Ashley, unable to really make that significant push as we see another splat for splat exchange. However, Taiji is staying alive.
Yeah, I mean, you see these one-on-ones, and I really love watching them move, because they all move so unconventionally as they're getting around the map. You don't see them taking the traditional walkways in Wahoo World that your regular tourist squids would do.
And so now with the baller, gets the splat and wants him. You've got 4-2 on the field, 3-2 at this point here. That's Flatling trying to create some damage and havoc from up above, able to get out of there. Etuna retreat. Sprinkler put down at this point, 37 seconds left, and you've got 4-4. What needs to happen if you're the back squids? You're trying to make a comeback here, 9.
Well, the first thing you have to do is
alright, we finished the match.
moving over here on this side of the map the entire time. They've got to get rid of him now. It's taking two of them.
I think Orange is gonna win this, honestly. Because they really don't have any defensive weapons, but they have more turfing weapons, such as the NZAP and Dualies. So, yeah. Wait. I don't know. Oh, gee. You should have aimed for the right dude, but good job. Yeah, ooh, Orange. Yikes. Good job. Good job, Orange.
We'll see what happens. You see quite a bit of orange on the left-hand side.
Yeah, look at that. I saw quite a bit of orange.
And that will be a victory for the GG boys. They claim the #1
quite a bit
seed.
of orange.
However, solid showing by the back squids. They will be the #2 seed as we get set for the semifinals here. And once again, we were talking about Yamamichi and the fact that he was having to pay rent. He was living at the top of the stage so much.
And we could have seen
good job, Steel Dad. You did a good prediction there, buddy. Also, if you guys are wondering, am I going to stream E3 tomorrow for Nintendo? You know I'm going to do it. Like, Nintendo, like, they're my favorite company. Like, I love Nintendo so much. Like, look at all the merchandise I have from Nintendo. Well, all of them are not Nintendo, but still, I have more Nintendo merch up here than anything else. Like, it's crazy. But, of course, before I do start the stream tomorrow for Nintendo, the Nintendo Direct, I will give my predictions and, you know, what I want to see, you know, other stuff like that. So, you know, you guys can look for that tomorrow. I might even make like a actual event for it tomorrow, like a scheduled update, because I know some of you may want to know when I'm going to do it tomorrow. So, yeah, I know some of you may be really interested in that. Like, if you're interested in new games and stuff, then you should definitely watch the stream tomorrow. Because Nintendo, favorite company. Again, like, I love them so much.
will be the 3rd seed. Your 4th seed will be Yadna from Australia, New Zealand. The back squids representing Europe, it will be your #2 seed, and the GG boys from Japan.
And GG boys.
in the ink pools will be victorious.
At the grand finals, of course, that's right after E3 tomorrow, so yeah, stay tuned for that, guys. Definitely might stream that tomorrow if I'm still alive after the direct. I might have, I don't know. I might be like very shocked after the direct tomorrow. Like what am I gonna do?
If you make a big push early on, no matter what mode it is, you get to keep those points. It's not a situation where you take a big lead
Clam
at the
Blitz.
beginning and it just goes away.
No, I'm kidding. I don't hate Clam Blitz. I just don't like the mode on what is it called? I don't like it when I solo queue it. Like it's kind of gross, honestly. You know, like it's not the best mode. I'll say that right now because a lot of dumb stuff can happen on that mode, and believe me, I've experienced it before. Hold on, Steel Death. I read your comment. No problem, buddy. Again, I'm pretty much multitasking. You know, doing Splatoon and I'm doing like 3 times multitasking. Yeah, I'm doing Splatoon, streaming, and reading the chat at the same time. So yeah. They're doing pretty good right now, honestly. For Splat though, not my favorite mode. You know, it's not the worst mode again, but I don't know. I'm not a fan of it. But literally, if you have a bomb rush, then it's pretty much the best special for the mode. If you want to capture the base, of course, but that's just my opinion. I don't know.
It's really whoever can break that chain. They're going to build up their specials and push in with that. You'll see it go back and forth a little bit, but ultimately, it's whoever can break that chain who finds themselves victorious.
And it follows a similar pattern to what we saw in Turf War here, Ashley. You want to obviously get the splat zone. From that point, you do want to push the other team's territory to make sure you're pushing
most of my friends prefer more FPS, Xbox, PS4 games, which I prefer to play Nintendo games than try to change me so I can play like console. Yeah, I don't blame you. Like Nintendo isn't for everybody, but I don't know. Like for me, I think I mostly like it because of how family friendly Nintendo is. You know, like I just find it to be more family friendly, and the fact that you know it's anybody can pretty much don't have to worry about bad stuff happening. You know. Now Nintendo has the only company that does that, but something about Nintendo I just love about them, you know, like it's like they're Disney, you know, they have like they have the magic in them, you know, which I personally like about them again. But yeah, that's just my opinion. Hey, nice Steel Death. I like Sega as well, but I don't know what they've been doing with Sonic. Like no offense towards Sonic, you know, I still like Sonic in this day and age, but I don't know. I just hope the new Sonic Team Racing game is good, which it looks good. Like I definitely have high hopes for it. Like it looks really good. So hopefully it's like I just hope it's not bad. Which they never made a bad Sonic racing game before. Now people are gonna ask me, well, do you like Sonic or Mario more? Probably Sonic more. But I still like Mario, so don't worry. Not that I hate Mario or anything, but I like Sonic more.
It doesn't matter what weapons you put. If you get 2 or 3 of those taken down, you've just lost it all. And now begins that lockout phase that we talked about.
Ooh, all right. They're doing pretty good with flanking. I'm not gonna lie. The amount of flanking they're doing pretty. Oh, all right. We're getting some high level flanking. Oh, never mind. Who could win this round? Who could win? Well, okay, so the Slosher does have, yeah, maybe Green Team, because Green Team has what is it, the baller, which is basically the ball thing that explodes that you guys have seen so far, and basically with the baller you can pretty much capture the zone pretty quickly. Like, it's pretty crazy. Oh, 3 down. Come on, you guys gotta get it. Come on. Okay, good. Literally, that was so close, man. Oh, come on, don't miss. Please don't miss. Oh, no. Oh no.
For the
Oh,
GG
come
boys,
on.
that's going to give a chance
But yeah,
to start
like the fact that they have a
consolidating 9
baller
out of the
means that they can
77 to 84
capture the
scores.
base
Well,
pretty
that was 3
quickly.
specials. If that didn't work,
So
nothing was going to work. This time
hopefully
they
they
put
can
3
take
on the same
advantage of
side, and
that.
unlike at the beginning, it worked.
I
They
still
got the
like
scores they
flanking as
needed
well.
and just
The baller
persistently
is pretty
cleaning
good
that
for
zone.
flanking.
3:10 left.
So yeah.
3-3 on the field. GG
And
boys
they
with the
got it again.
advantage. All they
So
need are
I
2
don't
more.
know.
However, they see a 50-second
All
penalty
right,
staring
nice.
them in the
Yeah, that
future to a victory.
heavy splatling
We
is
look
doing
at
pretty good
Latias
right
up
now.
top with that heavy splatling. Oh, zone is up for grabs at this point. Oh, Latias able to get the splat on Yamamichi. Here comes the Stingray. Can she rack up a couple more splats? And that does enough map control there, Ashley, to push back the GG boys.
This girl is a beast with long-range weapons. I absolutely love watching her play. She's got that experience from last year, and it shows. She knows exactly what she needs to do to get her team back in control of that splat zone.
Latias trying to clean things up on Isle Yana right now, 60-2. And that timer continues to decrease for Yana. However, now they have to overcome a penalty as the GG boys and Yamamichi.
Oh man, this is pretty close right now. Like blue team can still definitely get it. It's just that they need to be careful for those blasters because if the blasters catch them, then pretty much they're dead. Okay, that was way too close for comfort. Sorry, I sounded a bit weird there, but again, I'm literally doing Splatoon as we speak.
Oh, but another blaster, but then FLC gets put down and Yamamichi gets
Alright,
splatted. Everybody's getting splatted left and right as we're under 2 minutes left. 3-1 advantage, GG boys. However, a couple of Nos bombs already. That auto bomb gonna add more damage at the end, and it's gonna be game
Rip
for the
and
GG
pasta.
boys as they clean things up on Mako Mart here, Ashley.
You know, one of the things that I noticed that the GG boys were doing was every time one of their teammates would get splatted, one of them would go hide behind that ink-proof pad in the middle of the cross that was the splat zone so that they could jump in really quickly with cover and then get right back into it.
Game 1 going to the GG boys, and we talk about this game mode here, Nine. It's one of the most difficult ones to mount a comeback in because once you secure that splat zone, not only do you have map control, but now you're scoring and you're forcing the other team just to gain map control before they can even go after the objective.
Right, and that's the great point, because the objective is map control. And we talk about map control, how important it is here. It's a little bit more important than all the other map parts of the map that you can take, but it's also really not. You have to find a way to get to it, because if you get too predictable, you're just going to get snuffed out.
Let's get set for our second
Exactly.
game in this first
I like this
semifinal
guy.
matchup
He
between the
definitely
GG
brings
boys
up
from
some
Japan
good
and
points
Yadna
about
from
rank.
Australia, New Zealand, and it will
Like I really
be
like it.
Clam
Like at
Boys.
least they
And
know
you
what
take
they're
a look
talking
at this
about
game mode,
besides
one of the most
some
recent ones
people.
added here, Nine. You're going to
Oh
toss
man.
clams into the enemy basket. First team to score 100 points wins. You can find clams
Hey, I'm not
scattered
bashing
around the
anybody, by
stage.
the way. I'm
You
just saying
round up 10
because I've
clams,
seen
you
some
create a
people
power
talk about
clam.
some
A power clam is
pretty
needed to
questionable
break the
things
basket's
about
barrier.
Splatoon
You toss
2.
one clam in the
Like,
basket,
again,
that's
no
3
offense
points. You
towards
get a
them,
power
but
clam
it's
in there,
like,
that's 20
I don't know.
points. And
Seems kind of
Ashley, these
weird if
power
you're going to
clams are
talk
going to be
about.
all over the stage, and so you have
Oh
to be
gosh.
very judicious about when you pick
Oh,
those up
Clam
and when you
Blitz.
get
Here we
a
go.
power clam.
The
Definitely.
best
I mean,
mode in
if
the
you are
game.
picking up 1 or 2 clams, maybe you're not as much of a target. But once you start getting into 4, 5, 6, and then of course, once you have the power clam, you are persona non grata. Everyone's coming for you because they don't want you at their basket.
And Nine, obviously, if you get a power clam, everyone else on the map can see where you're at. However, there's an advantage to that because if you get splatted, you're not giving a huge help or boost to the opposing team.
Right, and you have a lot of clams if you have that power clam. Like you said, it does take 10, and that means that you have enough clams that your opponent probably isn't building one to go up against you. And really, that clam economy is so important. Again, it comes back to map control. If you're covering some clams with your ink, you're able to see them even on your mini-map.
You got to make sure you handle that currency on the stage. And Ashley, a lot of times it's more than just having one power clam, because if you have more than one, you're then going to put the focus on the opposing team that they're now going to have to shift to a defensive stance.
Absolutely. I mean, you're going to see, if that is the case, you're going to see some fallbacks. You're going to see a lot of defense. I'm guessing maybe.
Oh yeah, definitely a lot of defense.
A little bit, maybe a tent umbrella. That's what I'm keeping my fingers crossed for. Do you think? Nine? Do you think there could be a tent umbrella? Probably not.
You know,
No.
No, don't never use Tent Umbrella on Clam Blitz. Maybe on Splat Zone to power control, but never use it on Clam Blitz.
with the baller, and that's
Like I've
another
seen
really
people
popular
use it and
special.
they
You
get
run in with that, it gives
utterly
you a little bit of
destroyed.
vulnerability,
Like
and it allows your
again,
teammates to super
I don't
jump
know how these
with
people
those
play.
power claims, not even
So
having to
who
get
knows?
close
Maybe
to it.
The
they
strategy
may be like
continues to
the
develop from this
god with
game
the
mode
tenth
because it is
umbrella.
still fairly
But whenever I
fresh,
see
but
people
what we're
play it
seeing is
on like
most people
rank,
online
either
are
they
kind of
do
concerned
very
about, well, if I
bad
hit a power clam,
or
everyone's gonna know
somewhat
where I'm
decent
at.
with it,
These players 9 seem
or
to be
really
so
good.
talented, it
But
doesn't
that's
matter whether
very
you have a
rare.
power
You
clam
see
or
like
not,
good
the
players with the
opposing team
tenth
knows where
umbrella,
you're at.
like that is
And on top of
very
that,
rare
too,
to see,
whoever holds the
honestly.
power clam, that's a little bit
In my
different here when
opinion,
you're
at
at
least.
this
You know,
level as
again, it's
well. A lot
like
of times you'll see the
very rare to
backliners
see
being the
that.
one holding it. They're not going to the opponent anyway, so what's the harm in them holding
I'm
it?
gonna
It's going to
rush
be
in
if they
there.
can get their frontliners in front and use that super jump mechanic to
Come on.
jump up there and score that way.
We're still
Who do
working
you
on getting
think's
the
gonna
mock call
win?
set up for
Yeah,
these players as
Japan.
they
Like,
choose
didn't
their
they win
abilities
last?
here, and
Or no.
oftentimes you're going to
I
be
think
changing
American won
abilities
last
depending on
year
the game mode, so
in
that's
the
what's great for these players.
Splatoon
They get a chance to really
2
be flexible for
tournament.
each game.
So
Yeah, and I mean, of course, every
yeah,
single game mode has
I
its
think
pros and cons for
either so
gear
yeah, I
and
think definitely
loadouts.
Japan might
Everything
win
that you're
because
picking really
now
can
they
make
know
the
how
difference
to
between winning and
deal
losing. And
with
so, for
no
a map
lag.
like, or for a mode like this, you
Because
may
that's really
want
the good
something
thing about
along the
local
lines
is
of
that
you want to
there's
swim
no
fast. You know, you want to
delay
make
at
sure you
all.
can get that power clam
You
as
know,
quickly as
because
possible the other side
online
of the map. But
there's
maybe more
actually
so on a different map
surprisingly
where it's a
I
little
forget
bit
what the
smaller and
exact
maybe you're in
number
a
is,
different
but
game mode. So
there is
it's
actually a little
that's
delay
it could make a
online.
difference.
Let's take another look at the game
So
modes that we'll
that's
see
kind
here
of
in
the
this best of
disadvantage,
5
honestly,
matchup
playing
between the
online on
GG
this
boys
game.
from
But
Japan
it's
and
not
Mad Dog
noticeable at
from
all,
Australia, New
honestly.
Zealand. Game number
It
1
gets
splat
really
zones against the
noticeable
GG
when you
boys. Game
get
number 2
to
Clam
like the
Blitz, that's what
later
we're breaking
levels of
down
the
for
game.
y'all right
You
now.
know.
Game number 3 will be tower
Hello,
control,
Not
and if
Savage. Welcome
necessary,
to the stream,
game 4
and
will
I
go to
hope you are
Rainmaker,
having
and then
a
if we get
wonderful
our
evening,
treat
buddy.
here, which I hope we do,
Am I
in
late?
game
No, you're
5,
not late
that'll
at
be
all.
tower control as
Like you
well too.
missed
And you
about
look
an
at the different
hour of
types
the
of
stream,
communication that
but
goes
you
on
didn't
here,
miss
Nine,
much,
and not only
honestly.
is it telling your
They're about to get
teammates
to
where everybody else is, but
the
what
they're
else are
about to
they
get to the
communicating during
semifinals
Clam
right
Blitz to
now.
make sure
Well,
that they
not
can make
now,
those
but soon.
coordinated pushes on the opposition?
Well, I think the biggest thing that at this level you're looking
Or
for
actually,
is
no,
that
they are
you
in the
see when the enemy
semifinals.
has power
Silly
clams. So you
me,
don't need
it's
to
the
call
best
out
of
those
5.
anymore.
That's right.
Everyone on the map can see it. What's important is to identify your
But
front line,
yeah,
to identify where that
I
special
just think
might come from.
Japan
You need to
they
keep track at the
might
top of the
win.
screen.
I don't know,
See who has their special. See if someone has a baller.
especially
Because
with
the
the
only way that you can
dualies
stop that is
player,
really to be
like or
preemptive.
that dualies player, like he's really
I'm
good.
guessing we're gonna see for Gigi boys. I'm
Like
guessing we're gonna
he's
see
like
Yamamichi out there in
perfect.
front
Like the way
protecting
he used the
whoever's got that
inkjet
power
is
clam because he's
how
been
a
so
pro
good
player will
on
use it,
dualies.
which he is, of
I have a
course.
feeling
So
that's we're gonna see the same thing
yeah,
going forward.
And there's some other advanced strategies as well too, because once you have a power clam, you can pass it to your teammate as well too, and then you can also juggle some things too, Nine.
Yeah, you can toss that power clam. Remember, the opponent only sees the power clam. They don't see the squid that's carrying it. So sometimes you'll see somebody throw one up ahead and use it as bait. Someone goes to that, they direct their fire that way. It allows you to sneak around back behind. These teams are pretty good at clam blitz. They're not going to fall for the simple tricks, but hey, bright lights, great
I don't know.
opponents.
Clam Blitz
Never know.
again,
And
like
a lot of times too,
some of the
it's managing
stupidest
the
things can
respot of
happen
these
on
power
that
clams as
mode.
well, because it seems
Like
teams
I'm not
really have a
lying.
good idea
Like
of when to
seriously,
grab the clams out there, when
it can
they're
be
going to respawn,
crazy
and
at
then the map control
times.
that comes with that.
Yeah,
And
one of the
believe
things
me,
that
again,
we've
I've
discussed about
experienced
Clam
it
Blitz
before.
that I think is so interesting at this high level of play is clam management against your opponents, where you actually play keep away. It's like, you know, if you're ahead, just start collecting the clams so that your opponents just can't score.
And then obviously there's penalties that happen in this one too, Nine, and those penalties can really mean a lot because they can prevent you from really improving your score, and we know how difficult it is to get a power football to the other team's basket.
And it's frustrating because let's say that you go from 100 to 20. You score a lot of clams there, and then it goes away. Suddenly you have such a big penalty that you almost have to score another 80 just to get back down to it, where your opponent, now they have a fresh slate to work with. They're going to get what we call the pity clam, which happens when the basket closes. And now suddenly the ball's in your court. I made a pun.
Oh,
See?
I like that, but
Okay,
the thing
okay.
is, footballs aren't on courts there, Nine. It's okay, though. You'll figure out your sporty sports someday there, buddy. Let's go ahead and get set for Clam Blitz as we take it to
Is there
Sturgeon.
a tent umbrella on stage? Just not
Oh
Oh,
no.
I love you.
Okay,
Let's go
good,
ahead
good,
and
good.
get this thing
When she
rolling
said
here.
10th
Sturgeon
umbrella, I'm about to
shipyard.
say, oh
Tell you
no,
what,
we're
tell us
going to
about the
see some
loadout here.
crazy stuff with the 10th umbrella.
The slosher deco here that you're seeing Etino run, that's really going to be the deciding factor here. It's one of the best ball smaller users in the game right now.
Whew.
It can build it up with
So
that
close.
sprinkler as well. So keep an eye on that. That's going to be where most of the pressure is coming from.
And then Ashley Sturgeon Shipyard, you've got a couple defining features about that stage. Some of those big moving platforms will certainly make a difference as far as navigation goes.
Definitely. Big moving platforms make it easy to put ink on them and go. You can get vertical, you can go horizontal.
This
with
stage
I mean,
too.
there's a lot of different
Honestly,
ways
I
to
hate
get
this stage on
across
Clan
the map.
Blitz. Because you guys see that little platform rising on the left? Yeah, literally you can get on that and throw the clam or the power clam on the goal. It's very dumb, honestly. Like, I'm surprised they haven't like relocated it because again, it's very dumb. People know how to do it because if you do know how to get around it, yeah, look at that. Like they literally got on the top and threw it. Like, it's crazy how you can literally cheat your way through it, you know? And I'm not calling it cheat, but I'm just saying I don't know. It's very weird to get around.
Penalty to deal with at this point.
You know?
3:43. Oh, it's Gabe with the splat bomb. That's going to give the advantage on the field to Yeah Nah, but GG Boys are able to reclaim that. There's the
Watch out, buddy. Watch out.
Yeah Nah, but we've got the barrier
Oh, he's
broken
flanking?
once again by
Hey,
GG Boys as
the
Ty
king
King
of
is in
flank.
that
Oh,
game set, trying to put some pressure on the spawn of
literally
Yeah Nah
got
here.
blasted. I was about to say the king of flankers going in, but nope.
They're playing defense. They're playing defense at this point.
And you see the little timer.
Yeah, you better play
as long
defense
as you
at
get a
that point,
clam
guys.
in the
Because
basket
if you
during
don't,
that
then
timer,
you're
you'll
gonna
add more
absolutely
time.
wreck.
And yes, very smart here, Nine. You see the GG Boys being very patient with their score, and it looks like they're going to close this one out. And the GG Boys,
so patient.
How about the management of the time?
That was a big oof for them.
Yeah, and knowing
A
when
big
it turns
oof.
around and when it's almost there, you can just open it up right there, saying we're going to take every second we can, because they sent somebody back to collect more clams in the middle. They do spawn on a timer, and they do spawn in small pods of 4. You have to be able to identify where that is. But like you said, great job managing that timer.
GG Boys get the KO against Yeah Nah from Australia, and they jump out to a 2-0 advantage here in the semifinals. And it looks like they just had no issues whatsoever controlling the map in that addition of Clam Bliss that we saw there, Ashley.
Yeah, definitely not. I mean, Dynamon had the power clamp for a little while there, and that's like we were saying, you know, the back line can carry that, and you still have these great offensive players out there up front, just absolutely rolling on people.
I'll be sure next round. I'll be sure to choose my team on who's gonna win.
Easy lanes for a score.
Let's get set for
GG
our
Boys
third
Japan,
game,
I
which will be tower
think?
control, and a lot of people very familiar with
I
this
think
game
they are.
here,
Don't
Nine,
quote me on
let's
it,
take a look at
but
the basic
maybe.
rules here.
I'm
You're going to
guessing.
ride the tower into the enemy's base. The
Oh, tower
moves
control.
automatically
Another
on a
good.
set path
Oh,
onto
that guy did
players
a
on
really
it.
good
If
job.
the battle ends with the tower not reaching the goal, the team with the lowest goal distance wins. However, there are checkpoints, and it seems like tower control is all about these checkpoint management and what you can do there, Nine.
Yep,
And it's really
exactly.
important to identify where those checkpoints are. There are maps where getting past that first
They are the
checkpoint almost
number one
feels like a
thing
win
you need to
in
know
and of
about
itself.
tower control.
There's others where the first and second checkpoint could not be any easier to get past, and it's very important that you mount your defenses based on that map. Just knowing the mode's not enough.
And
Very
actually,
nice.
a lot of times you have to decide when you're going to hop on and off that tower, because if you sit there, you don't want to be a sitting squid, but you also need to be on there too.
I thought he was about to say sitting
we saw
duck.
it last year in the finals, right? So we saw
Oh, man.
Dynamon and his team up there, three squids on the tower in overtime, and it was so heartbreaking. One
Sorry for the burp.
one bomb took them all out. And so yeah, you want to know when to be on the tower, when to get off the tower. You got to know when people are coming so that you can get off, get right back on, and keep riding it to the finish.
Nine, I'm sure 2 words come to mind as far as one of the most powerful specials when it comes to tower control, and that is Sting and Ray.
Not as powerful as it once was, but when you have a nice, slow-moving tower that you know everybody's going to be on, it's going to be there.
Alright, back to
It's gonna be an
Splatoon.
easy shot
Alright,
for you. We call
oh.
it the GG Ray for a
Alright,
reason.
so Charger and Hydra. So, good thing they both have defensive weapons.
You've got the GG Boys taking on,
But on Snapper Canal, I don't know.
The 3-0 sweep.
I don't know.
Boys trying to make it a quick trip to the finals.
Oh, come on, you could have gotten him, but that's fine.
Yep, switching back
Okay,
to it,
alright,
and of course
alright.
it
She
does
got
have
the
Stingray
Stingray ready.
especially is one
Oh,
that
alright, get on tower.
your
Okay, good
backliner
job.
riding the tower and being
Someone should
threat
probably
the
try to
entire
go
time.
forward
It's
and
just
try
a
to
very
flank
scary
them.
map to play on.
Hey, good job, good job. Are doing really good right now. First checkpoint, good.
As Yeah Nah is able to eliminate one of the GG Boys, but the tower continues to move, and here we are, Ashley, almost to the second checkpoint. But what we were talking about, you see Yeah Nah able to push GG Boys off that tower.
No, I think, I don't know. Yeah, maybe green because they do have the Charger, which means that you can quickly get rid of people more easily. So that's pretty much the only advantage I would say of having a charger. But in terms of like painting around you, definitely the
They have the numbers advantage. River and Yamamichi.
They're just swapping.
Lots
They're
of
just
splats
swapping.
right now, and you see Dynamon now hopping on the tower here, 9, as the GG boys quickly approach
oh
the second
gosh,
checkpoint.
oh that was a
That
bit too
second
close for
checkpoint really
comfort.
is the most important one. You saw how quickly that first checkpoint went, but you also saw that even though they had so much going for them, as Latias making her presence felt, it really is getting past that second checkpoint that often determines the winner.
Latias, sweeter than Nutella with that charger right there, taking out a couple opponents at that point. 3:15 left in this one, and we've talked about how important it is to have that long distance control.
I don't
especially on tower
know.
control
Like
there,
again,
Absolutely. And if
really
there's
tower control,
anybody who
anything could
knows about
happen.
long distance
Honestly,
control, it's Latias.
like
She's
either
doing
they
a
can get
great
completely
job trying to
wrecked,
keep that
or
tower from getting any closer to their base.
Latias trying to avoid the incoming threat. Etna with those dualies, very mobile as we have the GG boys on the tower once again. 2:50 left in this one, 4-3 on the field advantage. Yeah, nah, Inkjet right now by FLC and the Stingray. So a couple of specials
goodness
being deployed by
gracious, we're getting
Yadna,
wrecked
and they're
right
able to
now.
stop the tower, and it's Drax 9.
And for those who don't know,
What they're
I'm
doing
playing
a great
Splatoon
job
in the
of right now on the
background.
defensive side is even though they're getting split up, they're at least keeping Latias protected enough that she's able to continue to pressure the tower and have those Stingrays.
Darn.
On the
Alright, well we
offensive
got
side,
wrecked
however,
that round.
GG Boys is doing a great job of keeping that split.
Oh my
As you see
geez.
once again, that was a front laner caught by themselves in what was basically a 2v1.
And Gabe getting caught in the middle, so that's going to be one less squid for Yadna. They're able to finally get on the board, but you see Taiji getting a splat on FLC, Etna on top with the splat dualies as that tower continues to quickly approach. Yamamichi
Yeah,
joining in the fun as
GG
well,
boys,
too.
they're gonna get
Throwing
this.
in a couple of curling bombs, and here comes Latias trying to play some backline security for Yadna as they try to stave off elimination in this third game. But now it's 4-3 on the map, and it seems like the GG boys are just relentless here, Ashley.
They are absolutely relentless. You can see they're doing everything in their power to take Latias out of the game. That is the one thing that I think they're going to want as they get closer and closer to the finish.
Dynamon using
Yeah, I don't know. It's not looking good for Yana right now. Yeah, look at that. They're, oh my, they're literally flanking them. They're jumping on top of them. Yeah, GG. GG. Literally GG, boys. Like, might as well just say GG at that point.
Sweep over Yadna, but let's give it up for Yadna and their participation here,
Oh
putting up
my.
a worthy battle. And what we saw there is, once again, I use the word with Ashley.
Was good try for
just
Yana.
relentless
They
from
did
the
pretty
GG
good for
boys.
holding
Once they
it
got
off
that
there.
tower, it was just push after push after push.
It is the fine art of the spawn camp, as you would say in a lot of
Indeed.
other games. And when you have a lot of long-range pressure coming in, which you did see.
And yeah, they won. It was a best of 5. So I think tomorrow they're gonna be doing finals. The grand finals.
They're going to make your life
So
very difficult.
hopefully
So
it's
great
a
job to GG boys
pretty good
knowing
grand
what the
finals
threat was
tomorrow.
and identifying it with
Because I'll
that
definitely be
relentless
looking forward to
Lots of
that.
love here for Yadna. The only team that had a team mom make the trip as well too, and so it was wonderful to have her in the audience. And you look at just how dominant the GG boys looked here, Ashley, and obviously it was no mystery that they defeated 800 teams, but you got a chance to get an up close and personal look at how good this squad really is.
They are absolutely incredible. Not only are they really good at shot calling, they're really
Yeah,
good at
Like, yeah, they didn't
cutting
lose bad or
off
anything.
lanes
I
of
think
their
they
opponents,
still did
and
pretty
they're
good
also
for
just
holding them
they're
off.
just really good at Splatoon, you guys. I mean, it's a really it's insane to watch these players play. Like all of them are so very good.
Your
Let's take
computer
a
is
look
doing
at the
hard
updated
nice, Theo.
bracket as the GG
Hopefully you don't have
boys
to do
will
another
advance to
update.
tomorrow's grand finals. Who will they be taking on? Well, that's going to be between the
Back
Squids from
squids
Europe
or set to
and
destroy
X
X.
as they get set for a
Pretty hard to
best of
say.
5
You gotta look
matchup
at their
between
team to
these two
see
squads
exactly what they
in these
have.
ranked modes, and a bit of a rematch here, 9, because we saw the back squids defeat Set to Destroy X and Turf War in our opening ink pools.
And what was really encouraging about that, if you are a fan of the back squids, is that they won the opening exchange, and then they continue to play solid defense on a map that's not easy to play solid defense on. That tells me that their fundamentals were good, their communication was good, their game plan worked. So we'll see here now. I know Turf War is a little different, but I'm really excited to see how these two teams that seem to be very closely matched go at it.
And let's give you a reminder of the order of game modes we're going to go in for these semifinals. Once again, we will start with Splat Zones, and after that, it'll go to Clam Blitz and Tower Control. If a game is necessary, that will be Rainmaker, and then Game 5, let's go ahead and hop back on the tower for that one if we need to. And it seems like what we saw from the back squids. Majin doing a great job on that back line, Ashley, with that rapid blaster.
Really, really good work by him. I was just about to talk
I don't know.
about how
They should have made Clam Blitz the last round, honestly.
There was no
That's just my
flanking
opinion.
allowed
Like for Game
when
5,
Majin
they
was
should have made it
on the
Clam Blitz
field, and
because
I'm really
I don't
looking
know. Again,
forward to
like
seeing
Clam
what
Blitz
they
is
do
one of those
here.
game
And if they
modes
can
where
make
it's
as little
really
unforced errors as
hard
possible,
to
if they
tell if
really
you're
go
gonna
out of their
get it
way
or
to
not.
not
You know what I mean?
make not
Like that's just my opinion
self-imposed
on it.
mistakes, I think they can really pull. I think they can pull it out.
We're about to get wrecked again in
You look at
Splatoon
how
2,
much
so
the
yeah.
North American community grew over the last year, from Splatoon 1 to Splatoon 2, knocking off over 500 teams just to get here. And this is a team that really didn't face much resistance locally as well, too, as they qualified.
Yeah, it was sweeps all over the place. They have been a very strong team.
Oh
And it
boy,
speaks volume. We've
yeah,
gone through so
not
many different
doing
changes
so
in
well
the
for me
meta.
right now,
We've
but
gone through
hopefully
so
we
many
keep on
different
winning
weapon
this.
releases, new stages,
Hopefully.
new modes. It
These
just doesn't seem to
matches,
matter. They're
I mean.
always one step ahead of what's going on here. Unfazed, but I don't know. We'll see if this first one got to them at all. I think they're pretty happy with the composition they were using. It's just going to be a matter of execution at this point.
Players right now getting things finalized in the lobby, selecting their gear and their main abilities as well, too. And really, for the most part, what we're seeing from these teams is that communication, Ashley, getting that initial push. And really, nobody's had a early
Almost
lead
400
and then
subs,
really had
Ronald.
to
Good job.
face
Oh, thank you,
getting
Steel
somebody
Death.
coming
I
from
really
behind
appreciate
and
it,
really
buddy.
taking control. It seems like those teams that get to the advantage early, these teams are so fundamental that they can secure the lead at that point.
Yeah, my
Yeah, they
hair, though.
absolutely can. I mean, we see this all the time with Set to Destroy X. They're very
So weird. I
good
took a
at
shower
getting to the
today, but
center
my
of the
hair gets
map
very itchy for
and
some
making
reason.
it happen.
I don't know why.
Let's go ahead and get
Not sure
started
why,
with
but
Splat Zones and Mako Mart, and you see Team USA set to destroy X in that magenta ink, and then in the turquoise.
Okay,
you got the back
ooh,
squids to
pretty
Europe.
hard to say though.
Any observations from the initial loadout here for
Pink
Splat
or
Zone?
sea
Right
green?
on over to that charger of Echo. Echo being one of the best chargers in the game right now. It's not a common pick, and anytime you have that on your team, you are relying on them to make some big shots because they cannot paint as well as some other weapons.
Set to destroy X, hopping in the express lane as they take early control of the Splat Zone here. 100 to 83, they have the early advantage, but you see the Inkjet and Baller being deployed for the back squids.
Since how many shows have I been with you, Ronald? I'm not sure, Steel Dad. Probably around my Super Mario Maker stream, so around 100? Like around 100 or so? Like nothing too crazy, I would say, but you've been with me for a while. I thank you for it. Oh, that's a slosher.
Now we see Majin just waiting, lying in wait for someone to come
What are you
by.
going to do when you get 500 kills? I'm not sure yet. I'm still thinking about it. Because 500 subs, you know, is my yearly goal right now. So, I don't know, it could be something special. Who knows, really, like I said. It could be anything. Or who knows, maybe I could do like a, what is it, like a room tour? Whatever the other YouTubers call it. Or maybe I should probably hold off on that for now because I'm not ready for that yet. Like, my room is pretty basic, I would say. Nothing too fancy or too crazy, you know. Not worth making a video on, honestly.
Team effort as the clock continues to tick down closer, but here comes that penalty 9.
That was a slow and staggered 4-0 wipe, but it was still a wipe. And man, you talk about clutch. They did not have a lot of specials to work with there. They did just enough, but you're seeing already they're starting to lose the zone again. They're going to have to be careful.
Might we see a comeback here in Splat Zones? And really, it seems like Echo with that charger here, Ashley, doing a great job of controlling the map.
Excellent job of lane control, and also really he's going to be the guy who's shot calling. He's going to be able to see who's coming in. He's going to say, hey, Hexen left. Hey, you know, everybody left, right, up, down. I mean, this is a great position for him to be in.
Oh, but hold on to your tentacles here. Set to destroy.
Hold on to your tentacles.
35-12. You see the 67.
Alright, then.
Penalty for the back squids as well, too.
I get it, it'll be like Squid Punch, but come on, really.
And they do. They throw the penalty on Majin.
Oh my!
That's a splat for
Geez, yikes. It's pretty close right now.
It's now 2.
Yeah, again, I'm not really paying attention because I'm literally playing Splatoon 2 as we speak, so yeah. Okay,
They used 2 specials there and still lost that exchange, so he's going to have to give them an avenue back in, and it works just as intended.
Set to destroy X. They get control of the zone once again. 2 minutes left, and Fuzzy Wuzzy was a beast, wasn't he? Getting the splat right there. 30-12. Penalty ticking down for Set to destroy. 4-4 on the field. tightly contested match
Very
right now
nice.
as Watson with the splat and the slosher. And here comes the Stingray as back squids try to take control. And we have a baller set to go for Watson as well, too, here, Ashley.
I mean, Watson has done such a great job on the left side of that map, just absolutely
All right,
taking
good job
control.
with the
It's
baller
only
there,
been a
buddy.
couple of
That was
times
pretty
that they've
good.
splatted over there, so I think he's really doing a great job here.
Bomb rush being deployed. Hexen with that slosher trying to gain control. Zone is up for grabs. A minute 29 left in this one. And 9. Now you start to figure the timer in this game starting to play a factor.
And you see they're under 30 seconds left on this penalty. They've been working to it for so long, you almost forget that they're scoring here, but they are doing just that. This is what's important. You're going to see the back squids try to stack it, but Watson went down very early in that push. That might set them back.
You've got one special ready to go for the back squids. They're going to need it to gain control, but here comes a baller from Hexen. Perfectly timed on the explosion. Avoids the suction bomb right there. And now you've got Set to Destroy X improving their score. It's trying to get equal, but no, Zone is up for grab. Can it be regained by either team? And
Ooh.
Set to Destroy
All
X
pink,
grabs
all
it.
pink
It's
about
a
make the comeback.
4-0 wipe for them.
Oh my
They keep a
goodness.
push.
Good
3
job with
seconds
the
away from
comeback
taking
there,
the lead.
buddy.
The chance of
Oh
USA.
my. That
You
is
win this
they did
comeback for
really
Set
good
to
with the
Destroy X.
comeback.
3 seconds left. Will they do it? And yes,
How
we see
the
our
heck?
first comeback in Splat Zone.
Alright, that looks
And
really
Set to
good.
Destroy X. Ashley using that 4-0 wipe at the perfect moment to take
The
control
wipe
of this
is
game.
I
real.
mean, it really is. It's a matter of seconds before things can change. And I honestly think Backswoods are doing a really good job of controlling Set to Destroy X, keeping them out of that splat zone, but it just wasn't enough. And honestly, Hexen's shot calling really, I think, made the difference here.
It was great for them to, whenever you have an opponent pushing at you with 3 specials, almost every time we saw that zone flip all the way back. It was a back and forth endeavor. But we talked about it. Who can break that cycle? Who can break that chain? You have to identify where those specials are coming from
Only
very
8
quick.
o'clock,
That's
so
exactly what they did. And once the 3 specials didn't flip
yeah, it
back
was
the other
definitely
way,
very
you kind
close.
of got the sense that SCDX had it.
Best
Let's
game,
take a look
yeah,
at a couple
I'll say
key
it's the
turning
best game
points
so
in
far.
this matchup, and you were talking about it right there, 9. The use of the specials, and what are we seeing here? A minute left. It looked like this is really when Set to Destroy X took control of everything.
That's when all the specials have been used like that, and great job there by Pengit staying alive. Remember, when you go down, it paints the zone, and Pengit was standing in the back of that zone. That might have been enough to allow Echo to position a little bit better
Yeah,
here.
exactly.
Some icing on the cake there.
That's a
at
good
Kaito as
point.
he desperately tried to get
Because
back to that
when
zone.
you
But again, it
splat
really
to your
was their ability
opponent,
to kind of
they
thrust
leave
aside
a
those
big
specials as
burst
they
of
came
ink.
in.
Like they
What I
let
like
it
about
out.
Wit right there, Ashley,
So
is an understanding of
yeah,
the
if you
opponent's
take
game.
out your
When you're
opponents,
charging
then
in
you're
with that
pretty much
rapid
helping
blaster,
out with
but you
the
realize you've
zone.
got the range
If
advantage.
they
I don't
are
need
in
to
the
close
zone,
the
of
gap.
course.
Let me
If
create some
not,
more
then
distance. The timer
you're
is
just
my friend at this point.
preventing
Of
them
course,
from
and
taking
if
the zone.
they
So
get
there's
splatted
kind of
inside the
a
splat zone, all the
two type
better,
of
because
situation
that's
type
just
of thing,
boring for your
honestly.
team on the ground, keeping
You
you in
know?
control.
And we saw Echo using that charge.
Yep, you're right,
and as
Soda.
we
Good
look back
job.
at some
You're
of
doing
his
pretty
play,
good with
it
your
looked very
predictions,
impressive
buddy.
as far as
Nice.
their ability, the back squids, to control the map early on. Take us through
Alright,
what we're seeing with
so
Echo.
alright, so some
Well,
replays.
whenever
I
you
thought
get
they
a
were
snipe,
already
that
getting to the
generally
match.
means
If
that
they
you
got
are,
into
1, in
the
a good
actual
position
match
to
ready
make
and
it
they were getting
happen, and 2,
that
that you
badly
can take
destroyed,
complete
then that would have
momentum
been a
shift
big
here.
yikes.
Again, that inkjet going down very
Like
quickly,
seriously.
quite important because that was a special that was used in an aggressive position. You see that snipe right there, Hexen, the front liner. We talk how important it is for frontliners to be able to push back deep, but that really pushed that one aside, allowed that splat on Kyo to be opened up, but it all started with that snipe.
And an absolutely thrilling
Yes,
matchup as
TL.
we
Do you have
saw
a
lead
question
changes
for me,
left
buddy?
and right. I think it's just an appetizer of what's to be expected between these two
Or is it
squads.
the same
Now we go
question
ahead and
to
change
ask me
gears
like
to
what
a
I'm gonna
clan
do?
blitz for both of
If
these
it
teams.
is,
We got to
then
see a little
again,
early
I
addition
really
as
don't
the
know
GG
yet,
boys
but
took on
it
Yeah
could
Nah.
be anything.
Anything
You know,
differently we might see from that early match, because it seemed like the GG
I want to see
boys
them
got
play
up to an
tower.
early lead, and
I
then
don't
they
know.
really kept that pressure on
Like
Yeah
I don't.
Nah.
Again,
I
like
assume it'll
I
be
think
the
they
same
should have made
story on
Clan
this.
Blitz like
That's
the
what both
last
sides are going to
round.
be aiming to do. I imagine we'll see
You know,
pretty similar
because it
compositions. The one thing that's interesting to me is what
makes
Echo is
it
going to go
a
here, because long
little
range can
bit,
thrive on this map, but don't be
I
surprised if he
guess,
goes
a
with a
little
different
bit
weapon, and he did,
slow.
hopping over to that blaster for a little bit more pressure.
Let's get things started on Sturgeon Shipyard Clan Blitz. You've got in the turquoise the
Can I talk to you on
Backsquids of
Discord?
Europe,
Not right
and
now,
then the
Tio.
orange.
Maybe
You're gonna be
maybe
going
sometime
with
in the
Set to
future.
Destroy X.
Cause
Got
I don't
a
want
1-game lead
the
on the Backsquids.
I don't want the
Oh,
tournament to get too much
3-0
talky. You know.
Hexen trying to put in some work at the
Later,
slosher, and that's
yeah,
a
if
spot for
I
slap, and
am
now it's
still
2
on, of
on the
course.
field, Set to Destroy
I
X.
must be
And those
on a
clams are
different
up for
channel
grabs,
though,
and
so
Set
you
to
know.
Destroy, trying to take an early advantage
Like
here.
usually on
Now it's all
Discord,
about
I don't
managing
usually
map
privately
control, and
talk
this
to
little
people.
courtyard, it seems like
Like I'm
absolutely
usually on a
success
group
there.
with
We're really
a
gonna
bunch of
dominate
people,
this
so
moment.
that's
Yeah, you're going to
literally
be
what I
able to
do.
use those rotating pieces of the
You
map
know,
Sometimes what
again,
you do that,
I'm
you can
not
use it as
too
cover, you
sure.
can use it as a way to get in. like Nine was saying, you can score from there. So these rotating
Oh,
pieces of the
darn
map
it.
are going to be so key for these two teams.
An Inkjet ready to go for Kaito. Neither team with a power
Ooh,
claim. It is
good
one.
job with the
Oh,
blaster
a
shot there.
splat in mid-air by Kyo. And that's a splat for splat you'll take all day, Nine, when you take out a special, especially the Inkjet.
And it also gave them a 3-1 lead. Is Penguin going to get another trade? But again, they're in an aggressive position. Not all trades are created equal here. You see they're going to the top to try to slow it down. And Kaito getting an important splat right there. Another trade. Both sides are trying to establish control of this lower area before they make their big push, but neither side is giving it away for free.
Kyo and Hexen going down, and right now we just have a lot of splats exchanging sides. No team able to really put any pressure on with a power clam. And
Green
that just
will
goes to
win.
show you how evenly matched
Maybe.
these two teams
Yeah,
seem to be
actually,
early on in
they
the
pretty much have the
semifinal.
same weapons.
Oh, Majin putting in
Wait,
work once again with
they're
the
using the
Rapid
same
Blaster
exact
Pro.
set of
You've got a
weapons.
special
What?
in the
Oh
all-out
no.
being deployed, and then an Ink
Were they
Splat
using the
as it seems
weapons
like momentum's
before,
starting to
or are
shift
they
here,
just gonna
actually.
like
I mean,
copy
yeah,
the
this is a
team?
really good chance.
Like
If
I
the
don't know.
Inks start
That's
coming in, it's
if
gonna
you're just gonna
slow
copy the
down
team, then I don't
SCDX.
know.
It's going to enable EU
That
back
seems a
to
little
be
bit
there
off,
and
honestly.
hopefully score some goals.
Majin's got a couple of clams away
You know.
from a power clam, and that's the first one that breaks the barrier, and now it's open. It's all about tossing those clams in, but great defensive push here, Nine.
And so there's something, so we talked about that pity clam earlier. You don't have to build up any clams to do so. They're going to charge in here as quickly as they can because they got that 4-0 wipe. If they're able to take out these frontliners
Oh, come
right
on.
here,
Okay,
which it
nice,
looks like
nice.
they were
Okay,
able to
alright.
get a couple of them here.
When you get a trade, that's not too bad. You know, at least you're contributing to the team by killing the person.
Unable to avoid the ink and gets caught. Custom Blaster getting the splat right there. 65-100 advantage right now for the back squids. 2:30 left in Clam Blitz. As we've got Set to Destroy X with the one-game lead. Here comes the splat bomb. Echo doing a fine job of avoiding that. Still peppering the area with some ink. Gonna take out that sprinkler. No thank you. I don't need to waste any ink there. Echo trying to help fortify their position. Echo backing up, getting the splat on Fuzzy.
Man, I'm
Jet
not
ready to
doing
go.
so hot
Can
right
Echo
now
get
on
another
rank.
splat? More pressure being
Probably
put on
because
by
the
back
weapon I'm
squids.
using right
They're
now,
up
I'm not too
4-2.
sure.
Oh, but Echo gets
But
taken
yeah,
out. And Set
at least I have a
still able
good
to really
temper
get
of
that
holding,
one
you know.
push they need here, Ash.
Like at least I don't get
That was
mad like a
really
lot of
unfortunate
people
for
do on
Echo
rank. Like
because
it's kind of
the
crazy
special
to
was
see
ready to go,
how
and now
much
he's going to be
people,
taking a little bit of a
especially
penalty
when they
there.
stream this game, they get
Rapid Blaster
pretty
on Rapid
salty.
Blaster
Honestly,
drive right there as
I'm not
Echo
even
down
kidding.
with the splat. Hexen and Majin
Like
kill right now
they
with
get
that
pretty
blaster. And we
salty.
have a power clam ready to go for Set to Destroy, but that one goes down. This is going to be a critical exchange with the 3-on-1 is enough for the back squids to get the advantage
Oh
there.
my gosh,
Now
really?
1:30 into play. We talked about that timer here.
No,
Here
come on,
comes the
team.
ball,
You
and
guys
this
can
is
do
what
it.
we see
No,
all
no,
the
we
time, although it
lost.
looks like
Well,
they were
that's
able to
fine.
snuff out the carrier there. What happens
Yeah, a
is
lot.
oftentimes
I don't know
the
if people
defender,
are
you can't always break the ball
using the
but you
weapon,
at
but a
least
lot of
take
people are
down the
using
carrier.
sloshers now.
Watson
It's kind of
making a
crazy,
presence
but
felt right
yeah.
Watson putting a couple of splats
Oh,
in
a
his,
triple!
and it's
All
all
right,
Watson.
buddy.
You
Good
better
job
remember the
there.
name, and here comes the baller in their base. Can he do enough damage? No, the baller gets eliminated, and the defensive pressure once again.
All right, Steelda,
but the
take your time,
barrier
buddy.
is broken by the back squids, and they're continuing to build their lead against Set to Destroy X as we have a minute left. It's 50-100 back squids, and Watson really paving a way to help give the advantage to the back squids here, Ashley.
Yeah, there's still a lot happening over here. Unfortunately, Echo didn't quite make it through that inkjet, but it looks like hopefully SCDX is looking to make a really big push here in the last 40 seconds.
40 seconds left, as you said, 100 to 50.
Yeah,
You
40
are set to
seconds.
destroy X.
I don't
You've got a
know.
Power clamp in possession. However, you're down 4-2. 4-2 on the field right now, 9.
4-2, and those were their two frontliners as
That'd be
well.
pretty
Kyo has
hard.
not been
Yeah, they got
effective
two
with the-
down.
with that custom
Yeah,
blasters we
maybe,
would like to
yeah,
see
green
running in, and it
or
speaks volumes to the way that
Green
Majin
might
has
have to win
played
this.
as that rotating back line. He has the
Because
longest range on the team,
I don't know
and
what
he's
are
using
they
that to
doing
shut down
wrong
those lanes on the
exactly.
left and right side.
13 seconds left. This most likely will go into overtime, and as you know here, 9, it just takes a couple of power clams, and you can make a comeback when you're down 50. Is there
Yeah,
going to be enough time
Key
and
Green
enough
can win
clams on the
this.
field for
Set to
Set
destroy
to
X.
come back?
Good
And
job,
that is
team.
it. The back squids holding things down on Clam Blitz. We saw a couple of those aggressive pushes, and you see the emotion on their faces and the communication. This is a team that came here with high hopes, and they are delivering early on, 9.
And in a mode like Clam Blitz, so often we say Clam Blitz is the most volatile, but that was just fundamentals winning over and over, knowing how to push up and being able to identify Penguin, who had an incredible game there on that Rapid Blaster Pro. You have to be able to move them if you're going to make any pushes. Great job to them all around.
You see the emotion from the back squids. Let's look at that tear that Watson went on early in this one to help build the advantage for the back squids. You see a minute 30 left, and 9, go ahead and walk us through this sloshing action we're going to see.
Well, it started off screen. You see there at the left side that the carrier of that power clam had already went down, so that baller was kind of a moot point. Watson, knows that he can rush up. That baller is no longer a threat. It's not heading his way, running right up, using that incredible fall-off damage that the slosher class does have, and just making it look so easy. I promise it's not, but hey, great players make great plays.
Watson with 3 splats, and they were able to get another power clam into the goal. They built the 50-point lead, and it was too much for Set to Destroy X. In fact, you look at the defense here.
Jeez.
My goodness, Ashley, they were able to keep Set
Looks
to
like
Destroy
he was
X from
yelling.
getting on the board that matchup.
Yeah, they almost kept them
Come on,
entirely
like,
from
I
that
hope
courtyard where their
they,
goal was. So that was incredible defense.
Jeez.
And
I
as
don't know. I
I
hope
was
you
saying
don't get
earlier, I
mad
mean,
from this.
in a mode like Clam
You know,
Blitz, if you
like,
can
you're
get
going
ahead
to have fun at a
early,
tournament, you know, not
play defense,
take it too
defense wins the
seriously.
championship, you know?
Now
You
we
know,
shift gears. Look at you with the sport
like, yeah, there is a
references. You learned
trophy,
lot over the
but
last year. I like
does
you
the
right
trophy
there,
really
Ashley.
mean
We're gonna get
anything
set for
besides
tower
that
control at
you
Snapper Canal. You
proven
figure tower
yourself
control,
that
some
you
of the
earned a
similar things.
title?
A lot of blasters here. 9 and
Because,
Stingray
I don't
is
know, that's
important
just
on
me
that
as a
slow-moving
person,
tower,
I
but
guess.
also in Snapper Canal, it's an interesting level because there are some pitfalls, and you have to be very good with your maneuverability in this stage.
And I think the GG boys and actually showed us pretty much exactly how you would like to play this. The long-range threats are going to be there. They're going to be able to put the pressure on the tower, so it's up to those frontliners to find a way to get in and pressure them, not let them have their way.
And you look at the sub-weapons that are going to be used in here, and obviously a lot of bombs, and the splat bombs, suction bombs can be very important, but what about the toxic mist? We're seeing that from some teams as well too here, 9.
Yeah, you throw it there, and especially on here, you know everyone's going to be around the tower. You toss it there, it just makes it that much more difficult for them to maneuver around. We're seeing Fuzzy here on the custom jet squelcher, as well as Echo on that sniper. That's going to be the long-range threat we talked about.
Let's go ahead and pick this up in Snapper Canal as we just get started with under 5 minutes to go. And what about the loadouts that we see here? We see some interesting choices and a jet squelcher for Set to Destroy X.
Wow, they have a jet
I
squelcher
really
now?
like
Alright.
that choice. It's not quite as long range, obviously, as a Charger, but you know, it'll do the job, and I think that Set to Destroy X is ready to use it well.
Back squids take the early lead,
Maybe, I don't know, maybe
81
he
to
could get
100.
the
However,
jet
that tower's
squelcher.
gonna stop, and what do we just
Because
see?
with the set it has, it's pretty good. I'm not going to lie. So they can probably definitely get this if they try.
So important that both sides try to get that other Stingray down. Again, in this current patch, you can't use Stingray from the invincible spawn, as you saw right there. Echo making the presence felt again.
Yep. So Stingray, you can't be like hiding behind the or hiding in the base and expecting that to hit because yep, that's not the case anymore.
And now they're starting to cut into that first checkpoint, doing a great job of really applying that long-range pressure once again, Ashley. However, Fuzzy really leading the charge for all 4 Set to Destroy X players as they get the wipe.
Yeah, oof, that was rough. I mean, you have Echo on the tower there, and that's not really the best positioning for him. You want him to be a little bit farther in the back line, kind of taking care of business.
88 to 70.
I'm actually wondering, I haven't seen any of this, but anyone using tower controls in this tournament? Because, I mean, as much as it's weird to say, I actually use tower controls in this game. Some people judge you saying, oh, you can't use tower controls. You know, like, I remember I was in a, I forget what I was in, it was some type of tournament, but someone basically said that, you know, tower controls are, you know, the worst controls, they're not going to help you that much, and it's not true. I think tower controls help you, like, aim a bit better, you know? Like, that's what I think, at least, but, yeah. Yeah, he's not using tower controls, but interesting. Alright, nice. These duels are going in for sure.
Right here at this point, retreating, reading his opponent, able to move around, gets the splat on Yo. How about the footwork? Watson once again trying to get another splat, avoiding the damage from the slosher. Watson, you can't stop him. You can only hope to contain him, 9.
And that's not really the way that you'd like to play that situation. And enemies right in front of you. Let me throw my Inkstorm right in your face here.
Oh
but that's
my.
a 4-0
These
but
dualies, though.
came to play today.
Advantage, though, for Set to Destroy. You see the lead, 43 to 74, as the back squids now take the tower to the first
He's doing a pretty
They're
good
looking
job.
to finally clear it. Looks like they'll have no issues as Echo sits atop it right now with that charger, ready to go. Plenty of real estate in front of them as they now approach the second checkpoint. Kaito jumping in to help out. Watson rolling on the backside. Looks like like a couple of splats with the slosh. Kyo going down. 3-2 advantage, back squids. However,
Oh my gosh.
with a couple of
He got that one
on-target
shot.
shots
Darn.
there, Nine.
That might have saved
I
the game
definitely
for
feel
you
his
right there. There
pain
was
from
two
that.
frontliners right in their face. If Pinkett had gone
Like
down
literally
in that
when you
situation,
dodge
they would have
into
been
a
able to walk up to
blaster,
that checkpoint and maybe even all the way
a
through. If they
blaster's
win
like
the game, that
range,
may be the play that does
it's
it.
like the worst feeling ever.
56-43
Like, oh, if I didn't
advantage
press
on the
that B
field
button,
for
I
Set to
could
Destroy
not
with
die.
that lead, 3-3.
But like,
Actually, we got a minute 30 left though, and once again we see Watson on the tower. Not much time left for the back squids if they're trying to make a push.
Yeah, they're gonna have to really work hard here to take
Oh,
out.
gosh.
They're gonna Pinkett's gotta go, and you gotta take out those frontliners. Otherwise, this is gonna be a really tough. This is gonna be a really tough turnaround for them.
Witt playing the back line right now for Set to Destroy X. You think about maybe shifting to a defensive focus here. Echo trying to get some splats with that charger. Stingray ready to go.
There we go.
You've got Witt in the back line for Set to Destroy. 4-4 on the field. Neither team really trying to go get the tower at this point, Nine.
No, they're not able to get anywhere close to it. Kyo doing all of this crazy stuff there. I think we were trying to get some Sports Center highlight level play there. Not going to go for it there. Majin going down there to Kyo is what really set this entire thing up. If Majin was able to get that same splat that we saw Pinga get earlier, they might not even be on the tower right now.
Hexen with a couple of splats, and that Slosher has the baller ready to go. They're at the second checkpoint trying to add to their lead. You see the Toxic Mist trying to decrease that, and no, baller unable to be used, but a couple of critical splats. It's now 2-1 on the field back squids. You got about 20 seconds left, and Ashley, you got to be perfect if you want to make the comeback at this point.
You do. I think that double splat hurt my heart a little bit, Nine. I watched that happen, but I hope that they can jump on this tower here and get going.
4-3 on the field. 8 seconds left. Can Set to Destroy hold on strong. If you're the back squids, you got to hop on the tower at this point to force overtime. Majin on there, trying to force overtime. Here comes a couple
oh, come on. I hear overtime.
Toxic Mist ready to go. Oh, but the defensive stance by Set to Destroy X. They're able to respond and take back another game. They now have the 2-1 advantage here, Nine.
Just enough defense there, held it on, knowing that at the very end, you just need to put a tiny piece of your body on that tower, and the game registers it as going the other way. But man, that was a lot closer than the final score indicated.
It really was, and that's what we're seeing from both of these teams here, Ashley, is the fact that it's that initial push, but you aren't having much luck securing the game at that point. These other teams are making great comebacks, and what we saw from Set to Destroy X, just enough pressure late in the game to keep the back squids from mounting a
All right,
comeback.
TL, thanks for coming, buddy, and I hope you have a wonderful night. Thanks for coming again, buddy. You're very awesome.
Wise decisions on when to utilize those specials, and of course, if you happen to have I don't know, if you happen to have your special right at the end there and you can shoot it right at the tower, all the better.
And I'm glad that you mentioned that, because there kind of becomes a game of cat and mouse in that situation. You look up, you see that your opponent has the Stingray, and you having your Stingray says, okay, I can't fire this first, because if they shoot that Stingray at the tower, it's going to take me down. I have to be there ready to counter.
And Witt obviously putting in some major work for Set to Destroy X. And what did we see right there, Nine, as far as one of those critical points in this match?
We saw two frontliners in the perfect position to steal that tower back and make a big push. And we saw a mid to back line player making a better play against all odds.
Well, let's get set for game 4 in this semifinal match.
All right, game 4, let's go. I'm so excited, actually, for this.
Let's break down what this is going to be all about.
Oh,
For those who are
man.
not familiar with it, you carry a mystical
Rainmaker.
missile launcher called the Rainmaker to a pedestal in the enemy base. The Rainmaker is initially located in the center of the stage and is protected by a barrier. If the battle ends without a KO, the team with the lowest goal distance will win. And Ashley, you talk about a game that takes a lot of communication. You look at Rainmaker.
Oh, yeah,
everything
it's
that can happen.
Rainmaker for
That's
sure.
right. I mean, you really have to be talking to your opponents, especially the designated Rainmaker carrier. Needs to know exactly where
I kind of
everybody
like
else is
Rainmaker,
and how
but
they can help propel
I
their
don't
team to
know.
victory.
And
I feel,
Nine,
I mean,
knowledge is always very
if there's
important
one
no
favorite
matter
mode I
what
really
game,
do like
but
in
it
this
seems like in Rainmaker,
game,
every map is
then
gonna have an obvious
it would
route for
definitely
Rainmaker,
have to
but there's
be
also that
either.
one little detour
I
you
know
can
I
make
said
that
something
really
differently
take a
about it
large
earlier,
chunk of
but
your score.
And
probably
shot
splat
calling's so
zones,
important here. When you pick
because
up that
I don't know,
Rainmaker,
it's
you
like
have
a
to know
mode
then
where
and there
you
we're
can
going
move
this way, we're
freely.
going
You know,
left,
you
we're
don't have to
going
worry
right
about
up the
being
middle, we're taking this
detected. You
path,
don't have
that
to worry
path,
about,
because if you hesitate, the
being
opponent
like
gains special
fixed
meter when
in
you
a
are
fixed
holding the Rainmaker.
location, you
You know,
know.
if you take too long, they're going to
And
throw as many
while
specials as they
you're,
can at everyone on the map.
and also
see
in
that
Splat
Rainmaker.
Zones, the
Players in
fact
the lobby
that
making
you
their final
can
adjustments as we
pretty
get
much
set
go
for
your own way.
Rainmaker
I
Game
like
4 set to
you can
destroy X
definitely come up
taking
with
on
a
the
lot of
back switch.
strategies.
What's at stake?
While
Well,
with
set to destroy X
Rainmaker,
is victorious.
you
They will face
really
off against the
can't
GG boys in our grand
go
finals
any
tomorrow.
way.
Back
You
Squid's
have
trying
to,
to force a
follow a
game
fixed path,
5 and
which
extend
is
this
fine.
semifinal matchup.
But I don't know. That's
Kelp
just my
Dome,
opinion on it.
Rainmaker.
And here you are,
This is
Kelp
one of
Dome.
those
Oh,
interesting
geez, this
maps
is gonna be
where if you
interesting.
want to really get an advantage with that Rainmaker,
Kelp
you're going
Dome's
to
a
have to go
very
over a
interesting
lot of area
stage.
that you can't ink.
I hear the people in the crowd
I like
cheering.
it.
One of the most
I don't
notable
hate it,
games
but
of
I
Splatoon
like
ever
it.
played was on this exact map in mode. The
So like, a
score
lot
went
of
from
people don't
11
like it,
to
but
7 to
I like it.
5. It's a very difficult path that you have to take
Ah,
right through the
go
middle,
here
but with
and
all
get
those
my
specials are concentrating in the same area, you never know
Oh
what's gonna
gosh.
happen.
You've got
Sorry
set to
about that,
destroy
guys.
X in the green, taking on the back squids in the blue or purple. How you see it. And Fuzzy going down, but then Kaito getting splatted as well too. As Echo rolling with the heavy splatling here. And Ashley, nobody's really grabbed that Rainmaker quite yet. You want to be careful when you get your hand in the cookie jar.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can see Echo being a little bit more conservative because obviously you don't want to be a heavy splatling down, especially on this map.
4:15 left in this one, and it's 3-1 on the field. Back squid. You figure this is the time to grab that Rainmaker and make a little push. And they've got it in their possession. You've got an Inkstorm and a Baller being deployed as well too. And that's that communication we've talked about here tonight. And you see back squids really trying to have a coordinated effort as Majin hanging out in the back with a little bit of protection and that Rainmaker.
Gonna opt to use that Stingray now, and there's the counter Stingray. We talked about the
Sorry about that, guys. That's my clock. It's currently 8 o'clock, so tournament has been going on for an hour and 30 minutes so far, so not bad on time, I would say. Not bad at all.
Super jumping to Kaito's position. They're able to burst the shield on the Rainmaker, but there comes that toxic mist and a curling bomb followed by an auto bomb and a nice splat done right there. As you see that 52 gal Deco taken out, but Echo once again trying to build the lead. Got the Rainmaker, has a route, but no, finally getting splatted.
That's a wrap.
But you look at the score advantage and the back squids with a huge advantage early on here, Ashley, 29-0.
Yeah, I mean this is a point where they could very easily say, okay, let's just.
Yeah, if you guys are wondering when I look at the stream, I basically look at it when I die in the match. So yeah.
Go up that back ramp, however, met with a splat bomb. It seems like the back squids are sniffing out what he's trying to do. Win trying to get a splat, waiting for more help from his teammates. You see Kyo trying to come on over.
Oh,
splat
oh, they could definitely.
And now we've got 3-3.
Ah, they definitely could have gotten it there if there wasn't a Stingray in the way, but that's fine.
They're doing just enough on defense. I cannot stress to you how close this is to going the other way. Incredible defense right here. That's why the Stingray is so powerful and why it's so difficult to move forward on this map.
Let's blow in the cartridge and reset the Rainmaker as it gets put back to the middle of the stage here. 65-29 advantage. You see set to destroy X. They're down right now. 2-1. They've got the advantage, though, trying to get this third and decisive match. Oh, Echo getting splattered right here by Hexen, and Hexen's going to go ahead and take that Rainmaker. You see 4-1 on the field. Here's the chance for set to destroy if they want. Let's see if the back squids can replicate that wonderful defense they had. Hexen getting splatted in the alley. 57-29, a minute 55 left in this one. And Ashley, what can you say about the defensive presence we're seeing from the back squids?
I mean, they're doing a great job of holding back just far enough to stay out of range and being able to kind of use this choke point right here as a way to sort of keep everybody out.
Echo with the Rainmaker hanging out by his base, being told not to go backwards. Stingray trying to take things out. Echo trying to be very careful, goes through the great, nice maneuver, but he's met with a
Oh, why would you go that way, buddy?
And now that's a difficult spot for that Rainmaker, 9, and you talk about the strategy about putting it there.
Well, one thing that can get there for sure is going to be this baller of Hexen. He's going to try to distract him as long as he can so that the rest of his team can get in. They weren't able to get anybody down in that situation, so they're still going to be able to set themselves up and play defense. And more than anything, they're going to be able to run it back there, back to the middle. This has been a goal line stand for almost 3 minutes here.
Back squids really holding on to their lead, 29-57, a minute left.
Welcome back, Steeldev.
4-3 on the field.
Looks like back squids are about to win this match, so that's good. And it's gonna be a tiebreaker. Ooh, 2-2. So that means the last match is going to be the. It's gonna be. Wait, I forget what the last match is gonna be. Round 5. I totally forgot, but it's gonna be some type of mode.
Jackson using the baller, trying to take out a couple of members.
Ooh,
Of
good job with the baller. All right, good job, good job. Oh, come on. I would have been a little salty if I didn't get him that 1v1, you know?
You're going to see from set to destroy X. They're able to get into enemy territory, but no, it gets stopped. 43-29. Oh! You also see the Stingray going down, and it is a 4-1 wipe temporarily, and it looks like the back squids, 9, are going to hold things down and try to force a Game 5. That Inkjet defense.
Yeah, but Game 5, so it's 2-2 right now.
Serve ourselves up a Game 5 as the back squids. Seemed like they were playing defense that entire matchup now.
And that's exactly what it was. And I can't tell you how many of those plays had to go exactly the way that they did. But you saw there at the very end, right when they needed that final bit of a defensive stop there, the Stingray was ready. The economy of specials doing just enough there. One that we didn't catch on camera, Majin, who had 22 splats in that game. It was another almost identical situation where we saw from Pingit. 2 people rushed. He was able to get one of them down and force the trade on the other side. But there were so many instances of that in that match. That was so close.
Ashley, we have a Game 5 in the semifinals. Winner take all to the grand finals tomorrow. What do you think is going through the mind of these players as you already face a very pivotal matchup in these semifinals?
I mean, you know, I feel like they have been in this situation so much that this is just another game. You know, it's like you get in there and they've played these modes so often. They are cool as a cucumber. They are ready to go in there and
cool as a
really change anything.
cucumber.
I think we're going to see the same loadouts, you know?
Well, our 5th game,
I never heard that before.
As you see
I don't know if she's trying to do some type of alliteration there, or if cucumbers really are cool. I don't know.
That was set to destroy X here, and you figure, is there any particular team that you think has an advantage in this game mode, even if you look at the last result here, 9?
Well, that game went so close that one misplay either way would have changed the result. I think that the tower control was the exact same as well. I honestly can't make a pick right now.
You're seeing a lot of confidence, a lot of excitement from the back squids, especially that last game. They were able to stave off elimination here, Ashley. You've got a hungry, confident team trying to...
Cool as a cucumber is a thing that people say. I've heard plenty of times. Yeah, I never heard it before.
It'll be tower control.
Is it some type of like simile or something? You know, like Cloud9, happy as a pea, stuff like that. Or no, happy as a clam, not happy as a pea, happy as a clam. But or peas in a pod. That's what I was thinking. But yeah, is it some type of simile that I don't know of, or what?
Some specific choke points here that are going to make it very difficult for any team to finish tower control.
And 9, we see Echo bringing out that charger in this matchup. 3-2 on the map, and it's going to be the back squids in purple taking the early lead as they go ahead and take the tower to the first checkpoint.
And you see already Echo has that Stingray built up. If a Stingray goes and aims at the tower, he's going to be able to do something about it with a Stingray of his own. The pressure is coming in. Great job to both Hexen and Kyo, kind of pincering that one and shutting it down. That first checkpoint always goes quick. That second checkpoint is the one we're going to be looking for.
Wit getting a couple of splats right here. Keep an eye on him as we have, oh, Wit once again serving up splats left and right. 100 to 70 early advantage for set to destroy X as they face the deficit, but they're back on the tower now. Back squid's gonna have to play a little bit more of that famed defense that we've seen so far in these semifinals. 3-2 on the map. He overlooked things, but now it's 4-1-9, and here's where set to destroy X can try to seize the lead.
And look at how far Kyo has been pushed up there on that. You also see Pangit all the way pushed up. Fuzzy's back here on the tower, but all the pressure is back there. The backliners are not going to be able to make their presence felt. They're starting to trickle in. This one might go all the way.
Wit paving the way for Fuzzy in that tower as they get to the second.
Oh no, it's fine, Kyodas. You don't have to explain it. You don't worry about it. I was just wondering. Like, don't worry about it.
They're gonna come and join him on the tower. Fuzzy hopping off the tower, gets the splat. Oh, but Echo with the snipe, and that's gonna go ahead and clear things out. And it looks like you got a defensive stance by the back squids. However, Ashley, set to destroy X. The damage is done. They
you're on base, sorry.
Indeed, I mean, and now it's going to take them even longer to just get to the middle of the map, which means they're just going to have to face off right in the center before they can make any progress.
Here come the back squids, though. They've got 2 specials charged up, and all 4 of their players on the map set to destroy. They got to get a couple of specials ready to go if they want to play some defense. Tower getting reset, though. Stingray away, ready for Echo. Is Echo going to sit on the tower and use it? We've got a couple of members for set to destroy X with the higher ground. Echo hopping off the tower as they get set to approach the second checkpoint. It's now 4-2 and 9. This is a chance where the back squids can put that offensive pressure on.
This is very scary. 3 people down. They're going to get to the
Oh,
checkpoint
oof.
pretty
Oh,
easily.
oh, it was sweet. Oh, no. No, get on the tower. What are you doing? Don't get off the tower. Why did you do that? Oh, my goodness. I mean, I don't think mine still get it, but number one tip, guys, if you're on the tower and you know that you really want to stay on the tower, then don't get off the tower. Like, never get off the tower because you're going to be missing some points, which can definitely determine the match for sure. Like, I have been in matches where we lost by 1 point, and if I stayed on the tower for a little bit longer, then we could have won that match. But nope. Oof, with the ink jet. Let's go, my boy. Yo.
Yo is an absolute machine. He took 3 people out. Then he went into the back line and started taking people out with that inkjet. He has not been splatted in about 30 seconds.
Wait, really? Oh, okay, I'm about to say, in 30 seconds. I thought she meant, like, in the entire match. If she meant the entire match, I might say, how the heck? This is tower control. Like, you're gonna die no matter what. Like, I don't care what someone says. Okay, unless if you shoot the team. But it's so hard to believe that you can't die in tower control because it's like you're gonna get splatted in some shape or form, you know.
20 points in.
Man, like green team did a pretty good push there. I'm not going to lie, but who knows?
This is so intense here. They're going to have to get back mid.
Yeah, like these two teams, they've been having pretty close matches. Honestly, I'm not going to lie about that. Like their matches are really close, which I like. I love having I love seeing close matches. Means a really good thing, honestly.
They were down 2-1, but can they score the upset? Oh, and Echo with the one-shot hit against Witt, taking him out. Gonna go ahead and super jump back to base, but you've got set to destroy X. 2 specials and a 3-2 advantage.
Oh my goodness.
Trying to pave some way.
Oh, watch this, watch this. Boom! 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 Oh, come on! No, they're gonna get it. They're definitely gonna get it. Yo, he got some pretty good splats there. I'm not gonna lie.
Tower being taken back to the middle. Will this be the end for set to destroy X? Will the back squids find their way in the championships? And it's in overtime.
Oh, overtime? Overtime? Oh man, that was really good. That was a really good match. I'm not gonna lie.
We've got controllers and cords flying everywhere as the victory goes.
Controllers flying everywhere. I don't want to spend $70 to buy a new controller again.
GG boys, and how about the defensive presence we saw throughout that match there, 9?
Clutch. That is the one word. I could say so many words right now, but clutch is the only one.
Oh yes, the clutch
I mean, you
indeed.
see it right here, the emotion coming out from the back squids there, knowing how very close that was, how many times they had to execute perfectly, and they did just enough to get those wins. They weren't pretty, but they still go in the win column.
And Ashley, we try to catch our breath here from everything we just saw. How about that moment when you thought set to destroy X was going to overcome and take the lead, but you get the perfect defensive stance? And what else can you say about Watson and what he was able to do?
Watson on that slosher was an absolute
All right, I'm gonna stop playing
beast.
for now.
I mean,
I gotta watch
just
this.
Great play by him, and again with them having so much
Come on,
experience
sweet.
at this
Stop.
level, it enabled them
All right,
to
there you go,
not
buddy.
panic when they were just
I'm
2
gonna
beats
put you
away
in
from getting
here.
the lead. They kept their calm,
Nice.
they did their job, and that let them win.
And you see the joy and the emotion. How about a round of applause for set to destroy X? Some very exciting games that we have here tonight. Let's take a look at a couple of replays that really decided this match. And you talk about back and forth, the 2 teams that were really playing on an
Nice.
equal
That was really good.
entire semifinal.
For a final round, that was really good.
Well, exactly that. We almost saw the lead change here once again. Set to destroy X did everything right. Hexen pushed up.
Oh, they could have. Honestly, if they got that blaster, then they might have gotten it.
Enough room to push up there as they wanted to.
Like, I don't know if they got that blaster, they might have gotten. They might have gotten the win. Honestly.
Great players make great plays. And when it's a game that's like that, you just can't identify one play.
Competitive greatness.
Man, that was again a really good match. Really, really
In
good.
the finals against the GG boys. But let's go ahead and bring out the rest of our other teams that participated today, and the man himself, Mr. Nogami.
Nogami!
いや、興奮がちょっと収まらないですね。
ちょっと
My emotions under control here. 決勝進出を決められたチームの皆さん、おめでとうございます。
Congratulations to our two teams who will be proceeding to the finals.
どのチームも本当に素晴らしい戦いぶりで、ちょっと僕も舞台裏で興奮して声を叫び声を上げてしまいました。
Nani?
I also want to give congratulations to all our teams who gave us a splat-tacular performance today. Watching backstage, I couldn't help but screaming and shouting along with you.
Thank you. 会場の皆さんや、あとインターネットで中継をご覧になっている皆さん、本当に応援ありがとうございました。
Thank you, everybody here watching in the theater, for all your support, as well as all of you watching online at home.
皆さんの声援がきっと選手たちに勇気を与えたんじゃないかと思います。
I'm sure it was your cheers of support that spurred our players on and gave them the bravery they needed to complete their task.
明日はいよいよ決勝戦です。
Tomorrow, we are facing the grand finals.
明日も楽しみにしてください。そして応援をお願いします。
We hope you're looking forward to it, and we're looking forward to your continued support.
Yeah!
See you tomorrow!
Let's give it up one more time for all of our teams and Mr. Nogami. The grand finals, you can catch that at 1 p.m. tomorrow. We will have the GG boys from Japan taking on the Back Squids from Europe. For myself, Ashley, and Nine, thank you so much again for joining us. Don't forget all the action tomorrow. Until then, stay tuned in to Nintendo Direct and Treehouse Live for more great Nintendo content all this week. The Splatoon 2 World Championship Grand Finals tomorrow at 1 p.m. here at the Belasco Theater in Los Angeles. We'll see you then.
Nice. All right. Well, what did you guys think of the tournament? I thought it was really good. You know, there were some downfalls, I would say, with the kind of the gameplay of it. You know, like there were some plays that were kind of you know, weird. Yeah, like that one. Like, I don't know. Like, especially when you roll and you get hit by a blaster, you guys don't understand. It's the worst feeling ever in this game. But yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the tournament. So again, guys, let me know what you guys think before I end off here, because tomorrow we got the not so powerful Nintendo Direct. So I definitely can't wait for that. Like, oh my goodness, I'm so excited. I'm actually lucky because I have a dentist tomorrow at 9 o'clock in the morning. And the Nintendo Direct is at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. So, luckily for me, hopefully I can have enough time to set up and get everything ready. So, yeah. Let me know, guys, again, if you have anything to say. Good tournament. Yep, same thing with me, Steel Death. I thought the tournament was really good. Like, definitely better than last year's tournament. Well, I didn't really watch last year's tournament because I wasn't too interested in it until people told me about it, and I said, you know what, I'll watch it, you know. But like, I definitely learned something that's cool, you know. Like, I never knew that people use quick respawn on Turf War. Like, I thought since quick respawn was nerfed in this game, maybe a lot of people won't be using it, but I was completely wrong. People still use it in this game, so yeah. But anyways, guys, that'll be it for this live stream. Am I gonna stream after? Maybe, if I'm not tired or anything, but, you know, we'll see. It's better if you stream Realm Royale tomorrow earlier. See, here's the thing, Steel Death. I have the dentist appointment at 9 o'clock, and, they said, or at least my orthodontist, which is the same thing as dentist, but they said that my meeting will be a lot longer tomorrow. So I don't know. I could be at the dentist for 2 to 1 hour. I'm not too sure, but if I do get time tomorrow, then I will stream it for sure. But if I come back home at 11:30, then I mean, what's the point? I might as well just stream the Nintendo Direct because I'm definitely not gonna miss anything from that. But anyways, enough my rambling. I'll see you guys tomorrow before 12 o'clock afternoon. And of course, if you're interested in Nintendo, gaming, any of that, make sure you come by because it's gonna be pretty hype. And of course, before I do stream, I will make like a bingo card showing it off of like what I'm predicting and stuff like that. So hopefully I can have time to make it. But anyways, guys, enough of my rambling. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Later!